We recast.
Oh, damn.
Today's Jason is being played by.
Clips filmed from a live studio.
You Sarah today?
She'll be here later. She has at work.
Okay, we're live, but it's a big copy.
We are live.
We are the tag.
I'm gonna listen to this from the garage. Matt, do some talking to the mic if you would.
Do some talking.
Now's
Okay.
the time.
This is Matt, talking it up, talking like I'm talking. Still
Talking with my
here,
voice.
messing around with my thing.
How are you, Matt?
I'm messing around with my thing. I'm fine, thank you.
Very good.
I'm glad. Thank you for asking. I'm just hanging out
I just got
and
it
talking, chitty
How
chat.
cold is bottle?
It was frozen. Yeah. Thanks, Travis.
So it's the ice version.
I just
Yeah.
bought one. I have the whole series. I don't know. I'm saving them like they should be vertical.
I drink 'em, like,
This
day one.
thing
I
needs to be
I've
tight
had
because
them
it's
all
falling.
when they're fresh.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, you know what? Like,
Still talking.
I got it on the ground floor. Just gonna go ahead and collect one of each.
Yeah.
And then in 6 years, that pair
Chitty
of palm
chit
trees
chatting.
gonna taste like
Yes, it
Oh,
is.
Dusty.
Yeah.
Dusty? Dusty?
Hey,
I'm still talking to John on the
Do we have
mic.
any
He's
fooders?
listening out there,
John's
so I'm
in the
just
garage.
I'm
chitty chit chatting. I
Do we have
guess.
the
I
fooders?
left that Cascade Food number 1 here.
It's
or
yeah.
is
It's
it-
in the. It's yeah. It's in
gone for good.
the kegerator is where it's
Alright.
at. I looked because I
brought-
really want to.
95, 96, and 05 Anchor Christmas.
Fuck me in the face. Where did you get
Put 'em on
these?
Stuffed sandwich?
Lay 'em down.
Oh, that'll do it.
They will freeze instantly.
Good place to find them.
How's it sound?
Sounds good, but it's not showing video.
And then I
Yeah.
brought this because I don't have a homebrew, but it's kind of like a homebrew.
Was it the Ken,
The Ken Schmidt one? I thought it might be a fun
Oh,
conversation.
fuck yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I can keep saying it's a piece of Schmidt.
Piece of Monkey Schmidt.
I think it's hilarious that they're making it Iron Fist, and he won the homebrew competition for Stone
Yeah.
with that beer.
Yep.
Wasn't Iron Fist also in that collab though? It was
No.
like
No, it
No.
was the the Stone homebrew competition, the mint chocolate chip stout.
Yeah, but they
thought that
put
was the-
someone else in there though. Who was it?
yeah. I thought that
You want a pre-show
the
or no?
homebrew comp was
Man, what the hell?
I don't know if we're going to do this recursion oats thing.
Yeah. What the fuck? Fire it up.
Nope.
Yeah, this one's been hiding out in the fridge for a long time.
you know it's actually pretty.
Yeah, it was Iron Fist.
Was it Iron Fist?
It was Iron Fist. Yep.
Yeah, the one that
Good
was
job, fuckface.
straight out of the homebrew competition was the chocolate cherry stout thing.
No, he did another one. He did a mint because I had a conversation with Mitch about
Oats?
this because when he got the recipe from Ken told him all the ingredients.
I don't think we should do this one.
The mint component of the beer was Starbucks mint syrup.
Well, do what you got to do.
Well,
The only thing is Stone can't use that
Why not?
because they probably have to buy enough of it.
Well, you would
And
instead.
Then you have to convince Greg.
Well, yeah, that's a reason that I'll buy.
That's the real reason.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I will buy that
You have to
reason.
convince Greg Cook to buy a bunch of that from Starbucks.
Well, you wouldn't buy it from Starbucks. You'd buy it from one of the suppliers.
Right.
Starbucks just rebrands shit.
I don't have a glass.
I also need to get a glass.
I'm
everybody
just,
got glasses.
Have a glass.
I don't know why this
just
isn't working.
raise the glass. Oh god, that. Show.
Computer's so slow.
I don't know, because I've done barrel-aged Ritz tastings before. Or
Yeah.
they all taste
Test,
the same.
test.
That's kind of what I thought too.
Someone need glassware?
Yeah, me.
I got the gold rimmed.
You got a glass? Shows you got a glass.
No.
Good.
John, am I supposed to have a glass?
Yeah.
knocked it back on the
Where
wall.
do you think you are?
He thinks he's at the
Reno
Squire.
Valley.
Only if you want.
Sire.
Drink out of the bottle.
Merino Valley.
So
Recursion 4.0. It's got like 35% oats.
nice.
What's
So
the
nice, guys? I went to new places.
the crisp, the golden naked oats? Probably what it is.
Yeah.
By the way, put some of that shit with some milk. Delicious.
Oh yeah.
Where'd you go?
I went to Pacific Plate, which is
I don't even
out,
know what that is.
out in the San Gabriel Valley. They're like this whole like Hispanic themed like horchata stout and mango IPA and that kind of shit. They're running like an I sized homebrew system, and yeah, no, not
They
really.
have golden naked
Oh, yeah.
and rolled.
And dude that was there, who wasn't one of like the main three guys, but he's just like, yeah, you know, when I invested here, I just did because I thought this craft beer thing was taking off, but you know, I really got into it after. I'm like, you shouldn't tell people that. No.
Yeah, that's not something you want to tell
Like that may be true. Don't tell that to customers walking up. Like
no, you loved it. That's
Yeah.
why you got it.
It was my passion.
But then I went over to Congregation, and the Azusa one's doing their own beer now.
Yeah.
And it's actually pretty solid.
Right on.
None of it blew my fucking doors off, but it was
Right.
all on point. Like
Nice.
Which
Good to
one?
hear.
Congregation Ale House? Which
Azusa,
I've been to that one.
they have a
They
a
did have
brew
one
club in
beer
there
when
now.
I went that I thought was excellent.
They had 6 or 7 beers on.
Yeah.
They're stout. They had it's like a coconut infused whiskey is what they call it. I guess they soak the coconut in whiskey and then put it into the stout, and it ended up getting like a mild coconut barrel whiskey flavor. Not barrel, but it actually came out pretty decent.
Like toasted coconut barrels.
Yeah,
That's cool. Sweet.
but weirdly they had a dogfish head tap takeover. I was like, I haven't seen this much dogfish on ever.
Yeah, anywhere.
I had
Fish head.
They don't really seem too dedicated to taking over the Southern California market.
They have one sales rep for all of SoCal.
That one.
And
Nevada and
They were
Arizona.
at like I wandered in Whole Foods. It was just some chick I see her all the time.
Right.
Yep, it's just me. San Diego, Orange County, LA, Inland Empire. Just me.
Sucks. Wow.
Wow.
They
Where do you
don't
live?
seem-
She's like, San Diego.
In my car.
They don't seem that
Van by
committed
the
to
river.
taking over anywhere. Like they're just
They're
kind.
fine where they're at. I mean, they do.
I hear guys back east, and they're just kind of like same old dogfish shit. Like it's not like
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be anything special back there.
no, they're. We're like you have the elder breweries here, but they're fucking still. People are still excited when Stone comes out with a new beer, you know, even though they've been around.
Well, but there was a period where that wasn't true.
That's true, and
Before
Dogfish
Enjoy
seems like
Life.
they're in that period.
Yeah, exactly. I
Well,
mean,
it's
Sierra
still-
Nevada was the same way. You know,
Yeah.
now Sierra Nevada is putting out more beer. They kind of like, got
And Sierra Nevada
yeah.
didn't do anything
Dogfish
for a
needs
long
to
time.
abandon all these fucking ancient ales and start putting out beer that tastes good. Like, oh look, I dug up a recipe in a history book and I brewed it. Okay, that's fun. I don't want to buy that or drink it. So why don't you make beer that people would actually
people want to
enjoy?
Festina Pesh is good.
Yeah.
And then there's Namaste, which
I
is
used to get
good.
excited about 120, but it's like,
Now,
not a good
their
beer, though.
standard line of
No.
beers are actually relatively solid. It's all their whack job stuff that I've never. Every time you have it, like, oh, Ponds come. Why am I doing this?
And they
And
don't
it's like,
do-
we're going to brew with lobster. Like,
Yeah.
fuck you.
They don't do limited releases of
So
like
don't care.
anything else. It seems like all that ever pops out is like we made this with bits of real panther. You know, like,
oh, that would be Santan with their Sex Panther.
I have one of those at home. I haven't tried it yet.
It's actually funny. Our senior Selman used to work at Santan. He like helps set up their like canning line and shit. And so it's just really weird having him talk about it all the time. Now all of a sudden it's everywhere.
Yep.
Like the fucking Quick Pick like down the street from my fucking house has Santan.
Mr. Pineapple Devil Ale and
Like,
Sex
It's the
Panther.
coldest
Yeah.
beers in the world.
Like,
What's that?
Okay.
Leading
Cool.
new beer
Still,
colder
like,
than
freezing.
leading brand.
Oh, although the Carl Strauss bottle fill level
I know,
is going
see,
It's
down
actually
slowly.
It was
it's
up to
more
here.
reasonable.
It was like this close to exploding.
I'm gonna be the guy to open
Note
that one.
yourself. Don't use
Probably safe to put
dry
it
ice.
inside John's little electronic thing.
Oh, is that what that is? Dry
Yeah.
ice? So that would be why.
Science?
Well, we had at my kids' party and we had like dry ice all over. It's gonna go to waste if I don't use it. I have no idea.
Well, now you know no direct contact with the bottles.
Right, yeah. Per layer.
Or the kids.
Or the children.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I don't know.
Saying put a layer of children.
Yeah,
what you're
put a
saying.
layer of children between the ice and beer.
Between yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
I rotated them.
They're a great insulator. They are.
Doing labels up, labels
They're
down.
Fleshy.
resilient too.
Fleshy. Yeah. They bounce
heal
back from
quick.
anything.
They
yeah.
bounce back.
Bounce back from anything. Oh, he's dicking around with the live feed and stuff. Speaking of which, does someone want to get on the IRC? Can we someone here? Someone do that. That's my fancy vlog that I spent like I built like a fucking week that thing, and I'm very excited about it.
The delete.
Isn't it like Control F5? Delete.
What show are we doing first?
Huh?
What are we doing first?
I have no idea, actually. I was waiting for John to finish up with his stuff, and we're gonna figure it out. We can probably start with Lauren Z beers.
Cool.
Because we've been hanging on to those for a while.
Warren Zevon?
Yes.
That was where I was going.
the
The Warren Zevon beers?
Philip
Guns and money.
Lorenzini.
Oh yeah.
Band show.
Lorenzini.
He got us some beers sent us some beers like 2 months ago, and we haven't had time to do them on the show.
Yes.
So I think we should probably start with those.
Okay.
And then I've got that other perennial beer in there too.
Mm.
He's on the IRC too.
Oh sweet.
We're gonna do your beers, man.
Oh, man.
we are going to do you now.
It looks really good. It sounds really
That
good.
sounds
You guys want
great.
headphones or you're cool?
Will the chick with the really big boobs please come?
What
to
am I
the
going to hear on
lobby?
headphones that I'm not hearing?
We
right
are
now?
ready
Well,
to
you
do
know-
you now.
You're not talking into the mic close enough. You can hear
It helps
You'll
to be able to hear yourself. I actually need a pair of headphones.
You can hear Matt's wonky vocal
He
effects.
does not have.
those are Matt's.
Hmm?
Those are great.
So just throw these real hard at Matt.
And I think you need a battery for those, which there's a battery right there behind Jason.
I like that.
Hence.
Matt's headphones have an amp.
Yeah,
Apparently.
he never turns it off either.
Oh.
And it's on right now.
I'm not used to having headphones.
Why
that
is the
do
little red
stuff.
light not on?
Speaking of which,
These are a little louder than mine, so if it's too loud, I'll just turn it down.
Wow, really?
Beer. That's all we really want is beer. And in the morning it's beer. Beer.
and now here's a
Aww, beer.
Because we're the beast is when we're young. Before we have social consciousness.
I don't know if they're long enough, John. You might have to.
Lean in.
That's what she said.
Oh, wow, that literally
Yoink.
does change things.
Oh, we'll see your blog tag.
You don't have headphones on. How do
Hey.
you know that I'm not speaking? I'm not
I just
projecting.
set that chair on my toe. Ow. Yes.
Too glad you
I need
lost
to
all
go
that
back to the
weight.
hospital today. I've already been there once.
Rub some dirt on it.
Look at I still have my wristband.
Put some
on.
Windex on it.
No, you're gonna fall. Yeah, and then you're gonna blame me.
Jock and Mike D to my Man,
Burning.
Noble's logos look so terrible.
Yeah, they do.
We're fine now.
Over to you.
We're on air.
Huh? We're on air, Jason. Stop saying bad things about Noble Ale Works.
Their logos used to look terrible, and now they don't. That's probably why they redesigned them.
That's true.
Twice.
I would assume, yeah, that whole like night shield thing.
Yeah.
Was really
Yeah.
There.
Yeah, like we're noble, like you know, like a night. So like we got Night Charger and fuck,
Oh, nice.
whatever. Still dumb.
What else? Oh.
Speaking of which, somebody like on one of the groups I'm in posted a picture. They have one of those fucking old bottles like still floating around. I was like, it's gotta be. It probably wasn't good when it was new.
Yeah. Well.
It wasn't bad.
Which beer was it?
Well, it wasn't.
I'm trying to think which one it
wasn't
was.
particularly good though.
No, there was a reason nobody used to go out there. It was like, there's Noble.
Yeah.
Are you going to the Angels game? Then no reason to go.
Well, they either went to the Angels game or the Ducks games
Yeah.
Yeah.
or something at the pond.
Pretty much. me being like right down the street went all the time, but
Like, well, they have beer. There's
Yeah.
that.
and it was cheap too.
Yeah.
$8 growler fills. I'll do that.
Growler fill. The prices of growler fills are too damn high. You go places and you can get a 1 liter of pale ale for $13. That's like a 32-ounce fill.
Yeah.
Like,
Should I pour some of this or wait?
Yeah, we all have
You're-
we all have
Got
some.
the last little
We're
bit.
we're pre-gaming here.
Talk, John.
It's on you.
I don't
Test
hear
1,
John.
2.
I don't hear John.
Hello.
Righty.
Yeah, you gotta get. Yeah, can you hear
There
yourself?
we go. I can hear myself.
Actually, you have to point the microphone at your face, not at like over here.
Your chin.
Yeah, point it at your mouth.
Yep.
Back of my eye, right
put
up.
it in your mouth.
I'll shoot my eye out.
Why are you hearing yourself? Why are you hearing
It's my
yourself?
first rodeo.
It's a little better.
Yeah, close. You gotta like. You gotta like.
Close,
You have to like
close to
blow
it.
your mics.
You got to work it.
Yeah. You have to.
I have your gain all the way up, and those are low gain mics.
Yeah. You have to suck.
Niggle
Your,
sounds like my
Do a little
neighbor's
doo-wop
backyard
into the
party.
mics until we all get.
It's like a clown
Check 1,
penis.
2. Hello, testing.
Hi, John.
Is it too loud, Tim?
Well, hello.
So-
What?
No? Is it too...
Can't hear.
Hey,
Can you see Tim?
so
Can you?
No. Tim's out of the camera because.
he's hiding in the closet.
Yeah.
he's gonna be that. He's gonna be that cool disembodied
I might have to
voice.
sit a
Get
little
out of the
closer.
closet, Tim.
Hello.
Could you turn down my headphones just a smidge?
A little.
How's that?
Yeah, that's good.
There now Tim is really alienated.
Yeah,
He's
wasn't
over
good.
my back.
I
Your
can
neck-
read the
your
labels
neck,
on
your back.
Shirt.
So John, we're figuring start with Lorenzini's beers.
Okay, I should go get them.
Well,
I drank a couple of them.
Damn.
way to be a
They
dick.
were IPAs.
Damn your eyes.
Way to
John
be a
drank the
dick.
fooder number 1.
He was pre-gaming.
Do you want to do the fooder duder too?
In this episode?
Yeah,
Yeah.
might as well.
John, bring the fooder duder.
Hooters, please.
Does he have us playing in the garage? John.
John, bring a fooder. Bring a fooder. Bring a fooder. Fooder number 1.
We bought that beer based solely on how much we like to say the word fooder.
Probably just the combination of fooder and duder.
Yeah, fooder duder. But fuck it. $30. I bet you this beer is not worth it. Cascade's been fucking letting me down left and right lately.
I don't know.
Dude, I spent $200 on sour beers I've never had before this week.
Oh,
So
that's a lot of dough.
I bought one
Both
of
feet. Just leap right in.
I bought one of each of all 5 of Modern Times' sours.
Yeah.
And then I bought a couple from Highland Parks. Not only have I not had their sours, I've never had any of their beer.
Oh, wow.
Leap of faith.
I wanted to give myself an excuse to go down there.
All right.
It's
Highland
like-
Park. Yeah.
Yeah. So I can pick those up next week. We'll see how that goes.
Even a mediocre sour is still enjoyable.
Yeah, they were less expensive, 25, 30.
That's a lot.
Did you post a picture of that?
No, those were Modern Times stouts
The
that I
stouts,
posted
that's
last
right.
night. Yeah. Which they were a little undercarbonated. The barrel aged ones, they were kind of Lost Abbey-esque.
Hey, if it works for Tommy.
San Diego, man. They don't know how to carbonate beers.
No, the Jack Daniel's barrel was meh, but the rye barrel was pretty decent. I didn't get the coffee one. As Zach was like, "Oh yeah, check this out." He posted 4 coffees. I was like, "Fuck you."
You don't have any?
I didn't get any now.
Sorry.
It's all good.
I probably got yours.
I'm not that worried about it.
Blew his bankroll on mystery sours already. So.
That's right.
Mystery sour.
Open the door to your mystery sours. You got the dud. He looks like you, Poindexter.
Honey, why are your balls so sour today? Mystery sours.
It's another mystery.
Is it January yet?
No. Not even close.
What's in January?
Beer barrel.
Brr.
Ambassadors of Sour.
Oh, nice. Did you join their...
Yes, I did.
Seems
Good
like the
man.
only way to go. All these kids were camped out in front of Hangar yesterday now. Can't even go to Hangar anymore.
I was going to ask you about that. Did you go to that?
That's
I did not go to that, but my friends are in the Friends of Pukachev club, so they just cruised down there and picked up their fucking bottles.
Is that the name of their club? Friends of Pukachev?
That's what I call it. They don't have a name. that I know
The
of.
Friends
Yeah,
of
it's
Pugachev.
well, they do.
Why do they call
but
it
it's
the
one of
Cobra
those.
Club?
It's one of those things where it's like
Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai. Yeah.
The name is like, our friendly barrel club because we love you guys, and like so it's there is an actual name for it, but it's
It involves a
And it's as long as a Herman Wouk novel?
I was asking.
it's like Finn's Wake, dude. It's like it's all made up. It's all made up words.
A bottle of
and if-
porter at his head.
I was
Yeah,
like,
and
are you in the
if you
IRC?
read it, it goes
Yeah.
back to the beginning.
Exactly.
It's,
I was like, do you guys get an actual cobra as part of this? Like, I don't know.
It's in a basket.
To which Zach replied, the cobra better have been aged in a barrel.
But is it a white cobra?
no.
Barrel-aged Cobra.
Oh god, if they did Pugachev's white or something
These are
like
really
that,
cool
like I would
enough,
just
man.
kill myself.
Yeah, because that hasn't been done.
Are they chilling out pretty quick?
Not really.
No.
What'd you think of that
Want to freeze them, maybe?
stone beer, Master of Disguise? Stochasticity.
Yeah, what did you think about that stone beer writing?
Elasticity.
I thought it was a lesser version of
Naughty.
Naughty sauce.
Naughty sauce.
Yep.
Fucking
boozy.
Fucking Vakex did a straight up drain pour.
I saw that. I was like, whoa,
did
that's
That's a bold move.
yeah, that's
Or
a statement.
Vodka X, however you want to say. What's his name's name?
Jake.
Yeah.
Reminded me a lot of like Irish coffee.
That's just being a dick. Like, it's not that bad.
I didn't think it was that bad either. I had 2 bottles and I drank them both and they were tasty. So
Thought it was
Back to
alright.
back.
I liked
Back
it.
to the
Not
same
enough to
night,
buy
yeah.
another one at $10 or whatever.
Thanksgiving, I drank a lot of beer. Wow.
I wish. Where were you at my Thanksgiving?
Oh, here. Thank God.
I'll remedy that next time.
I had a
Man.
decent amount myself.
I had a bottle share and I was the only one drinking.
Thanks,
What
everyone.
happened?
How'd that make you feel?
Really fucked up.
Me and Sarah labored through a Black Tuesday. We're just like, oh Jesus, nobody else here is drinking beer. Oh, fuck.
Dude,
How much is left? Half a bottle? Oh my god!
I had
oh my God, Black
Speedway. Well, I had put a picture on Instagram. A Speedway Stout.
To your head.
Life and Limb 2. Well, not.
Damn.
Well, I drank like half of. My brother had some too. But Life and Limb 2 was really good.
Yeah.
Barrel Aged Speedway was phenomenal.
Nice.
I tried to open the. I had a blueberry from Cascade, and the top of the cork broke. So it was like, well, I guess I'm not getting into that one. I don't feel like pulling the cork out. So that's the only thing that kept me away from that beer is that the cork got stuck.
It's probably a good idea.
Straight laziness.
Yeah. But the I broke out a chocolate rain like with all of my like wife's family, and they loved it. Which I was like because it was deep enough in the night that they were like, "Fuck
Done.
yeah!" And just kept like, and I didn't see like the aftermath. You know that moment the first time you have a beer that's that size where you go, "Oh no!" You know when it hits you all at once.
Oh, what do you mean? Like I'm making
alcohol?
a mistake?
No,
Oh.
yeah, like because they're like these are people that they're drinkers, but they're not used to beer that's like
Oh, the
that
look on their
size.
face.
Yeah,
I
not
thought you
me.
meant your face.
No, not me.
It's like,
I'm a professional. God damn it.
Look on. Matt was looking like
It's
this.
professional.
My uncle brought a 12-pack of Modelo.
Hey,
I was like,
awesome.
fuck yeah,
I saw you have I saw you had a Modelo.
yeah.
Rinse water.
I like Modelo. I like Modelo. That's a good
Modelo's
Mexican
fine.
restaurant beer if there's nothing else to drink. you
Yeah,
know?
exactly. It's like the Kirin of Mexico.
Or Sapporo
Probably
or
It's a good
Literally.
Vienna lager.
anything else.
Probably literally the
Like
same
all of
beer.
So what are we gonna start with? What is this? Oh, it's an Imperial Russian.
I guess we
Stout.
should have looked it up.
A Russian Imperial.
Do we
Stout.
want to start with the fooder and then do the other ones, or do the opposites?
Is this
say
a big
we
ass fooder duder?
Open
or-
with fooder duder and then
That's a good starting beer.
yeah, be like, hey,
So-
9%. It's a big one.
so
Yeah.
Go bigger. Okay.
I know bit.
Is that up for discussion?
Never.
Welcome to Four Brewers. My name is Matt Becker, and as always, I'm joined by,
John Holzer.
Jason Harris.
Greg Nickel.
and we've got a couple of guests in here with us. We've got Temecula's own beer ambassador, John Ryti. What's up, dude?
Oh, just hanging out with you boys.
And we've got in the back Tim Ryan, also lovingly known as Showtime, which is my favorite nickname of any human being I've ever known.
World's biggest fan of the Eddie Murphy De Niro film.
Just the best. That's one of the best of his.
I was going to make an HBO joke, but I won't.
It's been done. I just want to
Skinemax.
Skinemax. We have a very special beer for all of us here today. We've got
today on Four Brewers.
we got some
Just
difficulty with the
collapsed.
cage.
Disintegrated.
We've got a cat. Is it just me, or has there been like a flood of Cascade?
Yeah,
lately. It's
a
like
veritable cascade.
a cascade of Cascade. Hey,
Virtual.
I don't know why I missed that one. But we have fooder number one. Because we're a bunch of fooder duders.
Duders on fooders.
Duders on fooders.
Did we call an episode that? We actually titled it that.
I don't
right?
think we did.
No,
No,
that
was an
was-
option for one, but instead we used Brew Cocky,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
which was a
That
much
happened.
better decision, I think. But
Coincidentally, there was another that also named their episode something brew cocky that same week. And I
Really?
was like, shit.
Those pieces of fucking
Oh,
shit.
well.
yeah, goddamn, spilling beer all over faces. So.
Hey, there we go.
Hey. So what is this beer, anyways? Because most of their stuff
It's
is
got a fooder.
they have like a couple of their stuff is usually either a fruit. They got blueberry, strawberry, apricot, creek, like all kinds of stuff, and then they also have like a bunch of like wacky blended stuff. And this is just fooder number one.
Fooder number one.
It's just
Yes,
a fooder.
just the first fooder.
That must be an awesome fooder to have an entire big to go. You
What-
would,
I-
you would
I
think
know
kind of
we've-
like Tank 7.
We've discussed
exactly.
fooders before. What is a fooder again,
It's
Matt?
Thank you.
It's a giant oak barrel, essentially. It's an oak tank. That's seriously what it is.
For the guy whose job is plumbing and social media, could you explain what fooder is?
I was laughing because Tim was in the background and someone said, "So what's a fooder?" And Tim goes, "Thank you."
So
It's something a duder stands on.
sorry, no, it's essentially just a giant oak barrel of many different sizes. They could potentially be, but yeah, that's what it is. It's like a giant oak barrel, only it has like a manway on it.
Do we want to hear the description from the Cascade Brewing House of Sour themselves?
Yes, let's do it.
For sure.
This Northwest style sour ale is a blend of triple ales. Triple not spelled like Belgian triple, but just triple.
Yeah, you can spell it either way.
I don't.
Sometimes
I don't know if
Americans.
that's the goal, but aged up for up to 16 months in one of our new oak tanks, fooder.
Wow,
Celebrate the commissioning of our fooder with this limited first run edition.
fooder.
So that's
Fooder duder.
Belgium Brewing Company's fooder room that they have. Is that
New Belgium has like I think they have a name for that actual room.
A foodery?
No, it's like it's a cool
awesome?
name.
I ran around.
That's like the best bar name I've ever heard. The
Foodery.
Foodery. Yeah.
Dude, I'd be all about that life.
open till 3, never a cover.
No, the best fooder farm.
Fooder farm?
Anywhere, yeah, the fooder farm is.
They call it a farm. Is that
no.
the official term for it? A fooder farm?
Should be, but no, Rodenbach. Has anyone ever seen pictures of Rodenbach?
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
someone just posted like a bucket list breweries you have to go to, and
Yeah,
that
I
was
saw
one
that.
of them. And it looked, I was like, yeah, that looks
It's
pretty fucking dope.
insane. I mean, it's like it's like you ever like the first time you walk into a brewery that has like 200 barrel tanks or whatever, and you're kind of wandering through, looking up at these things, going, "Wow!" It's like that, only like 300 years old.
Wow.
And they're all wood. It's awesome.
Insane.
I only know from pictures. I haven't seen it in person, but
Let's go.
yeah, right. Let's do it.
We keep getting people on that Patreon, then we'll do a live show.
Hey,
From Rodenbach.
there you go.
Just got a little bit farther to go.
Just a little bit.
Oh yeah, this kicks ass.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, this is really on point. I was really worried because I bought this the same day as I bought the Goes.
Right. Was it someone goes?
Goza?
It was
Goza?
okay, I guess, but I was like, I could have just bought 3 6-packs of the Anderson Valley Goes and had a much better time than
Yeah.
this $30 bottle.
Yeah, that's one issue with Cascade is they tend to be high on the price
A
point.
little bit in the pricey
Yeah,
side.
a little bit, dude.
Is a Goza usually a sour, slightly sour beer?
Yeah, a
it's
little
slightly
bit
tart.
sour and salty.
Okay, because I know
Yeah.
it's salty, but I don't know if it's supposed to have sour characteristics to it or not.
Generally speaking, yeah, and it has coriander too, I believe. Right?
That said, it's,
believe so.
It's up for debate though, right? Because the beer was a dead style, and so nobody really is like, oh yeah, I had one the way it was traditionally made. It's
Oh,
like
yeah,
we read
okay.
in a book, this is how it's supposed to taste.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, and that's one of those things. Like if you're doing a historical style beer, or if you're doing like a modern interpretation, there's all kinds of different directions you can go with it. I mean, if you get a recipe from before a certain time, I forget what exactly the year was, but it was sour, like by just nature, because they didn't know what microbes were yet. You know what I mean? And so if you look at it like what's the guy who has
Microbrew.
What's the guy who has that blog? Shut Up About Barclay Perkins. You know, you guys ever heard of that?
What?
It's super cool. You should check it out if you're into like.
Is that British historical cranky guy?
Yeah, exactly. And he has this to old
He's
British
always
style
complaining
beer.
about IPA. Is that the guy? Martin something?
I actually don't know the guy's name. I only know the name of his blog. But it's one of those things. You look at those recipes and you're like, yeah. And then here's what they did to try and avoid making it sour. You know, like adding a shitload of hops or whatever. And so yeah, historical style beers. It's always
Traditionally the Germans only brewed from October through March or April to avoid getting sour beers. So
yeah, because it's hot.
The Goza was probably brewed outside of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is really good. It's not too tart. It's got some nice body to it. You know, it's
That's a good
9%.
A nice cloudy golden color.
Yeah.
It's
This
is it 9%? Yeah,
Wow.
it doesn't
Yeah,
taste that big.
9.2%.
Yeah, 9.2. Yeah,
Not joking.
It's a triple.
Yeah.
I can kind of get some alcohol in that too.
a lot
Yeah.
of wood.
Yeah.
The wood on the end is
Yeah,
Yeah, I love the wood. All of the wood.
the wood on the nose
That's news.
and on the tongue.
Pinocchio.
Right in the back of my throat.
Right in the
There's
back.
all that
Right.
wood's really in
Just
the back of my
poking
throat.
the back of my
yeah.
throat. I don't even know.
It's prickly.
Blowing Pinocchio.
Totally.
Tell me no lies.
It's like waiting for them.
It's like blowing Pinocchio. I like that. I'm gonna hang on to that one.
Oh man,
Or Tiger Wood.
that's what I call that's what I call smoking wood.
Tiger wood. Hey.
I don't know.
I have a wooden penis in my cupboard.
Can we?
I really
I'm
do.
riding a furry tractor.
This is hand carved by who?
I don't know. It's actually an ashtray that my friend's sister gave me.
I'm trying to figure out how a penis is an ashtray, like just shape wise.
I'll show
What
it
am
to
I
you.
going to get for John?
What do I get for the guy who has everything?
Yeah. Well,
That's kind of backwards.
it's good to know that you have a penis that you can put your butts in.
You know what? You know what John loves? Smoking and dick. So. Here you go, the perfect gift.
That'd be rad if the smoke came out of the dick hole.
It's got like a passageway.
I don't know. Would
It's got a
it?
urethra.
It would be cool.
Would it? I mean, think about that for a second, though.
would be
You're like
cool.
smoke coming out of the dick hole. Like, is that?
I'm just picturing like a giant Gandalf pipe, but like a dick. Like the balls are down here, and he's just like.
Now I have to post a photo of it on the blog. Right?
Yeah. I'm sure it'd be just like ejaculating in space. Like,
Does it come out as
think
smoke?
about that? Yeah.
It's
Well,
just
it's going
like,
to come
is
out
it?
and go up.
Is
You
it?
know?
it's just dust. Just
It's all globs. It doesn't.
Yeah,
It's
it's globby.
It's a globule.
it's ropey. It's ropey.
maybe it stays a rope. I wonder if astronauts have like master. They have
I'm sure
to,
they
right?
do, yeah.
I don't think there's
Yeah.
a flap on the front of the suit, though.
No, but inside.
Like,
but
because
they're not
because
wearing
there's
the
You
suit.
do that
probably-
thing
well,
girls
there's
do
probably-
with their bra. They reach inside their suit.
There's probably a flap in the back though, because where else are you gonna poop from? I mean, like it's
you
those
reach
like
from the
it's like
back?
it's like those old
You're
timey
giving yourself a
pajamas.
reach
I feel like spacesuit technology is a little bit more advanced than footy pajamas.
I don't think
I don't
so.
know. NASA's
I don't know.
budget was cut a couple
They're like,
years ago.
they're like footy pajamas, only Kevlar.
That's right.
Well, thank you for bringing this,
Just a
Jason.
kigurumi with a spaceman on it.
This was delicious.
Delicious as all
The
hell.
fooder number one, I feel the official buzzword of our show. We had to get it
Yeah, exactly.
at any cost, even
Yeah.
at Cascade premium prices.
Which I appreciate because that was very nice.
It's a really good beer, actually. You guys want some more?
Yes. Well, if there's more, then yeah. But yeah.
I think I'm good.
Yeah, it's got this like really nice like citrusy quality to it, and then on the finish there's like it finishes like a Belgian triple.
Yeah, there is a little bit of that like cloviness, like a kind of like spicy thing, but
That's what I'm talking about.
it also has like that kind of citrusy sort of pop to it. Yeah, it's very nice.
All right, you're getting into dregs though, so just
Be
just
careful.
warning you.
Now you know something.
You're gonna
about
get the money
me and
shot.
Dregs are.
From the wooden penis.
Judge
Yeah.
dregs. Prepare to be judged. I gotta make a beer named Judge Dregs, dude. I gotta figure.
That's gonna be our like party drag beer, like our sour.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Well, you got to see. We have to do a sour beer tasting where all the dregs go into the starter. Like I did with that one thing, and then of course it's going to be Judge Dregs.
Judge Dregs.
Yeah, awesome.
You would have to. There's no other way.
Was that a good movie or a bad?
First Dregs?
But like action romp away. Ed was that badass.
Was it really?
Oh yeah, it was really.
That's
A
cool.
lot of ammunition expended.
It takes place all in one day. He never takes his mask off. There's no silly sidekick. They just fucking crush some shit.
Yeah, there's no
accent like this.
Well,
I am the law.
There's a sidekick.
yeah,
not
kinda.
silly.
Yeah, no.
Who's the hot lady in it?
She's a
Sandra
no.
Bullock, was it? Oh.
Really?
No,
that's Demolition Man.
Demolition Man.
Oh,
Which is
yeah,
a
yeah.
better movie in
Maybe
every way.
that's what I-
She looked amazing. By
That's
the way,
the same.
man.
That's still
If you're out there, Sandra.
Sylvester Stallone, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He's the law.
I am the law.
The best scene ever is when like he yells "I am the law" and then Armando Santos is like "No!" Like he's just like it's almost like he's like mocking him. He's like, "This is how you talk."
Oh man! Fun fact: I work in the building that Demolition Man was like. I don't know.
Demolished.
In
No,
San
no, no.
Angeles?
Yeah, I think it was.
San Angeles.
It's got those weird pods like
What
sticking
part
out.
of San Angeles is
That's
that?
Oh, you're talking about the building with the two little blobs
Yeah.
on, like little.
It's off of 4 or 5 and Jamboree.
Yeah,
Freeway.
there's two of them. One's Western
Exactly.
Digital, one's the other thing.
The utopian version of Los Angeles is just Orange County.
Irvine, no less.
Irvine,
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah.
About 12 years ago, I rebuilt the building that was Nakatomi Center or Plaza in Die Hard.
nice.
It's Fox Plaza.
Noguchi Plaza?
Nakatomi.
Oh.
Nakatomi. Yeah,
Nakatomi, baby.
yeah.
Were they?
Sorry.
Jesus.
What? Come on.
No.
What? You can dish it out, but you can't take it.
No Austin Powers jokes.
Sorry.
There's a line.
The line must be drawn here.
That was yummy.
So
next.
yeah. So fan of the show, Mr. Phil Lorenzini,
Yep.
sent us some beers, and John drank half of them.
Hanging out live.
I did. Actually, Righty drank. I drank 5 he sent. He sent 2 Founders.
So you drank 3/5 of them.
Well, I only drank 2/5
Okay, all right.
of them. And you can blame him, too.
All right.
I did. I held it back.
All right. Well, that'll happen. And now, in their defense, I should say that they were IPAs, and
It was an
so
unloaded super soaker.
I just like imagining we walked in and John was like crying on the floor and he's like, I messed up. And the bottles are
spread out all over the
empty
floor.
bottles everywhere. Like,
Beer stains. It's like I couldn't finish it.
But no, he sent I forgot the specific beers. One was a Sweetwater IPA. One
Was it 420 or?
No, it was. I don't believe so. It was something else. You think I would have done research on these beers before we started, but
Yeah.
And then Founders, their black IPA. Yes, because he had some of that before.
There you go. Nice. Now these were IPAs, and Philip was gracious enough to send us these beers, but just shit happened and we couldn't drink them
Right.
on the
we
show
dragged
like we
ass
wanted
like
to.
a bunch of assholes.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure they still. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I didn't want to take the chance and have you guys, drink shitty beer, so I just took the
So
risk.
he bit the bullet and drank the beer. Good job.
He took several.
Thank you. Two.
I helped.
But
So-
he also sent a couple from one from Perennial,
Yes, which
and
I'm.
then one from 3 Taverns.
I
Is
believe
that what
2
it's-
of these are from Perennial.
Three Taverns craft beer. Actually, one of them is one that Philip brought, and then the other one is one that I brought. Because I was like, hey, if we got a perennial beer, then we're going to have another perennial beer. Now, I got an affinity for
feather.
perennial. I've never had a beer from them that I didn't like.
They
they
make Abraxas, right?
Yes, they do.
That's their big, like everyone goes ape shit over.
Yeah,
beer.
that's their name
Yeah.
beer because they've got that one. They have Coffee Abraxas is like the adjunct version that people just go insane over.
I like,
Which is delicious,
I like talking
by the
about
way.
BA Abraxas because it sounds like BA Baracus. And
Nice. But yeah, so this is Saison de Lis, which is a
Oui.
Saison.
Yes.
It's a Belgian style ale brewed with chamomile flowers.
Oh.
Hmm.
It's going to put us to sleep.
good and bad. You
Can I
have
borrow
to
some
really know
water,
how to use
Nagel?
chamomile.
It's one of those ingredients that you can really kind of overdo. It's like lavender. It's like if you do
Yeah,
it
that too.
right, then it's really nice. Adds a lot of just complexity. And if you do it wrong, it makes your beer taste like soap.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
But we're still pouring here.
Yes, we are.
Porn.
It's at the bottleneck known as Jason Harris.
Hey, fuck off. I'm just gonna take the bottle to the head.
Inspect the bottle first.
I had important things
He's
going
got to
on.
read every
Inspect the bottle.
label,
Inspect the
every
bottle.
label.
I was looking to see if there's any fucking talking points for the show, guys.
Good,
Sorry.
good idea. We should.
Yeah.
Like little.
It's a bottle. There's beer in it.
You might have done that before the show.
Yeah, that's fine. No, I like perennial because they tend to make beers that I want to drink. They do a lot of like farmhousey type stuff. They do a lot of interesting ingredients, but not like too like weird and out there. And every single one that I've ever had has been on point.
Where are they out of?
St. Louis,
Oh,
St. Louis, Missouri.
It kind of feels like there's in a bunch of different regions I've seen there's like the small brewery that does like Belgian farmhousey stuff, and they're kind of the one for their region, but there's kind of a lot of them popping up in their own areas of the country. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
like-
the Northeast doesn't really have one, and then like Mystic is kind of in that, I would say, a little bit.
I mean, the one of the major ones, Pennsylvania, is
Tired Hands over
Tired
there?
Hands,
Yeah.
which
Subtle
is
cinnamon.
huh?
it's a little spicy.
Yeah.
Is it?
Almost like a cinnamon or a ginger.
No, yeah.
Yeah, I would say more ginger. But yeah, it does have a little bit of pop to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like maybe like a little herbal even, I would say.
Yeah, which the chamomile
Yeah,
would
it
like.
does have that cinnamony.
that.
I see what you're saying.
Pass me,
It's nice.
Pass me the bottle, will you?
It's kind of.
Ready?
I didn't expect that.
It's like a jacuzzi in your mouth.
It's
Seriously.
it's definitely got the proper level of
Do you know
carbonation.
in a good
Yeah.
way or a bad way?
In a very good way. It's
What's
like
a jacuzzi in your mouth taste like?
Bromide tablets.
I don't know. It's just
Oh, yeah, it doesn't say jack about it on the bottle. All right.
It doesn't say anything about a jacuzzi on the bottle.
No, it should
Damn.
though.
it massages your gums and teeth and your tongue.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
digestive.
I get it now.
Yeah.
I thought you meant taste-wise. I
No.
was like, what the fuck is that taste?
Yeah,
like?
even their even their website is just very much like straw-colored Belgian style saison brewed with
It is
chamomile
straw.
flowers. It's fermented with a traditional saison yeast, and then it's dry, tart, and refreshing. Thanks.
I don't like a jacuzzi in your mouth.
So this taste, you think? I mean, of course, the malt play a role in it, but I mean, it's got a very unique taste. It's not something I would have expected. Is that all chamomile?
It's
doing
a
that?
lot of it's chamomile. I imagine a lot of it is just the yeast,
Wow.
yeast strain that
Yeast
they're
too,
using
yeah.
too. It has to be the yeast strain because that's the beauty of saison yeasts is that if they're there are so many of there's so many of them that that little spice very well be you don't freaking whack.
It did not say they're not really forthcoming with the details.
I would assume dried chamomile just because that's way easier to get.
Yeah.
You know.
I've got a culinary lavender at home that I use for a Belgian triple.
Do you?
Yeah.
Sweet. I don't
It's
see
a
how that
culinary-
applies here.
Well,
they can have a garden
Saying.
at the brewery.
That's true. Well, I think they're bigger than that. I think these guys are like 15, 20 barrels or something like that.
Where are they located?
look at
St.
St.
Louis.
St. Louis. Saying.
They-
So they just
They have
hop
an
over to
herb
New
farm.
Jersey, the garden state.
a 1 acre herb.
Yeah.
Look at Stone. Stone has a garden. It's a very large garden.
They got motherfucking farms.
Do they
like,
use that garden
They
for
do.
anything, or is that just for looks?
No, they use it for
Because it's
the.
pretty.
No, they have a farm. Like
No,
a
the farm
separate
No, I know
farm.
that. I'm talking at the brewery.
You know what that is? That's just like it's like a flood washout area.
Yeah, you can tell.
You ever go there during? Well, it hasn't rained since we're in a drought, but
Yeah,
if you
I
go
actually
there,
ate there in the rain.
well, when it's
you really?
flooded, that's like
No,
a
literally.
fucking lake, dude. It's
Yeah, I
crazy.
got it.
Yeah,
But
it's just
that
completely
garden is just
flooded.
for looks. It's not. There's no.
Yeah,
They don't go out there and snap spruce tips off to make some kind of.
No.
Gives chili something to do too.
Yeah. They but the farms the good most of their produce comes to the farm.
Has any brewery done a farm like Rogue did it, and has any brewery that is good done it like where they did their own malt and hops and stuff like that?
Well, I mean, freaking Sierra Nevada does
Jason.
with the estate.
Yeah, that's true.
And
Back east, that's kind of a common thing where they have farm breweries.
Yeah.
Like Oxbow, I think, is one that I think
Up
they have
in
to
Maine?
use I think at least 40% or 30% of what they grow has to be in the beer.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
I believe Prairie is also getting into that because they just opened like their place, and the first thing they did was like rip out a section so they could start planting stuff.
Although I guess if you're doing barley and hops, I mean those only grow in like hops at least are kind of
Oh,
particular.
you're talking
what
about
they do.
full on ingredients, like
Yeah, like Rogue actually has beers that are all with their own shit.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know. I'm talking just adjunct stuff that.
No, I'm talking about actual like barley and.
No, well, not a lot of people are. Mostly just because like barley. The thing about barley is, like, it's essentially a commodity product, and so if you're doing it yourself and then you're having someone malt it and shit, that's really expensive.
I think
that adds an extraordinary amount of money to your one of your basic ingredients, and so you really got to be doing it just to be like, check out what we did. Not only that, but if anyone says that it's an environmental issue, I'm not sure about that, because you got to send it off somewhere to be malted. Okay,
Well,
these places don't have their own malting.
What if you have a
facilities.
maltster?
I could be wrong. Well, this leads me into this. I could be wrong if I don't remember this correctly. Jesse Friedman from Almanac, he has his own podcast now called Brewers Log.
Really?
And it's very much like
Brewers Log.
John Gruber's
Brew Day.
podcast. I don't know if
Brewers
anyone-
Log.
Anybody?
Yeah, go on.
Brew Day 381.
No,
Good
I
idea.
listen to the same show, and
And he had
it's British malting.
he had the dude from Magnolia, I think.
Yeah, Magnolia Brew
And
Pub.
they source their malt
Magnolia,
from
yeah.
like a local maltster, and they like put it on the ground and wet it, and they rake it, and
Yeah, it's floor
then it starts to
malted.
it's like a whole thing, and it's I
From
think he said it
Marisauder.
was a type of Marisauder, yeah.
So what, by hand you mean? You're talking about
Pretty
the
much,
maltster?
yeah.
It's not like automated?
Yeah.
They do it the old school
Well,
way.
yeah, there's certain breweries that'll do that. Like I think is it Crisp or someone has like a floor malted Marisauder. I mean, Environment obviously they have a floor malted Bohemian Pilsner and stuff like that.
Urquell does it that way too.
Yeah,
One of
do
the
they do their
few-
own malting?
One of the
I didn't
few
know that.
industries where they're like, yeah, we just threw it on the floor and did it, and that's a premium.
Yeah, you have dude walking all over. It's like this is the good shit right here.
Yeah,
But I think that's definitely a more economical way to go about, because technically I guess you're supporting small business and it's a unique malt to you, just like Rogue is whatever fucking farm they're using and whatever. It's
They're farm
but
fucking.
it's you're actually malting is a whole separate thing that is in and of itself
and
as an art
and it's-
next to brewing.
And
So
not only that,
leave
it's
to a
also
professional.
it's also incredibly equipment intensive. You know what I
Is
mean?
it?
You can't, yeah, I mean you can't do that with like you have to have some way of kilning it, which is drawing a lot of hot air through this
Right.
stuff, and you have to be able to do it in a way that you can have the malt be relatively evenly kilned. And
like a
that's-
brewery
that
I could
is
see getting to that
an
would be
issue.
like Stone. They're gonna build, I mean, just because they have the fuck off money to do it.
Exactly, the big ones. Those are the ones who are going to be able to do
I
it.
think at the
Besides
end of the
that-
day, there's not really a benefit in it. Like, is your malt going to be better in taste or?
That's exactly it. Like,
I
and
think
that's,
it's a
and that's what I
street
mean.
cred thing. But listening to Jesse's podcast, you listen to I can't remember his name, and I apologize. But he said the malt, it does give their beer a unique edge, and
Right.
it has its own thing going on. So I mean,
Dave McLean.
there you go. Yeah, Dave McLean.
That guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, him.
I know what he looks like, but
Yeah, and I mean, that's part of it. But like I said, I think a lot of it tends to be, unless you are shooting for a specific flavor. Like a Marisauder is a particularly flavorful flavorful
yeah, for
malt,
sure.
and so
I'm just...
texting. That's what
It's
you're
okay.
doing. You're
It's
texting.
okay.
You're over there
Paying
with
attention
your
to you guys.
headphones on and you're
What's up?
texting.
Matt's over there. Yeah.
He's over there trying to set up the packing house malting program.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Where can I get 3/4 of an acre of arable land?
But yeah, unless you're doing it like on a really, really big scale, doing like vertical scaling where you can,
Time out.
make it cheaper. Yeah.
I've actually had the saison.
Those fools.
The saison délice. I've actually had before at a New Brew Thursday anniversary party.
Hey.
Yeah.
what's saison délice?
The one that we just drank.
Oh,
The beer we
okay.
just drank.
I didn't know that. All
That was a
right,
delicious
I
beer,
gave it a
by the way.
4.5.
good
Nice.
on you.
Yeah, I like the beer.
Yeah.
Now, next in line, we're actually doing a beer that I brought because somehow a store that I frequent got a perennial beer called Stefan.
What style of beer is this?
This is a dark farmhouse ale, dark rye farmhouse ale conditioned with Brettanomyces.
Whenever I hear Stefan, I think of the cool version of Steve Urkel.
Stefan.
Stefan.
Bassas!
Yes.
Gotta call a beer boss sauce. That's pretty.
Did I do that?
Yeah.
Like, did I do that? Oh, yeah, I did.
Oh, I did. Yeah.
I was thinking
like,
it
am I
was based
doing
off
this?
that SNL character.
That's what that was. Yeah. But Steve.
Oh, yeah,
cool
Stefan.
Steve, the cool Steve Urkel is funnier, I think.
Stefan, the dude,
Clubber.
the club. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Just so
Bill
we're on the
Hader.
same
Bill
page.
Hader, yeah.
Yeah. There you go. That guy's fucking funny.
Dude,
Yes, he is.
haters gonna hate.
Hey, you see, you can't say shit about my jokes anymore. After that, you can't say shit about my jokes.
Haters, Carl.
So what does everyone think of this beer here?
It's very porterish.
Yeah, it is. It's portery.
Am I not understanding what Brett should have done to this beer? Because I'm not really getting.
This is a Brett beer, huh?
They brewed it with their friend Brett.
It's conditioned.
Oh,
Hey,
my bro Brett came by.
Michael from Poison?
that's exactly what it is.
He
That's
threw
why
a
it's
headscarf
that's why
in
it
it.
smells like strippers and glitter.
Kansas City Royals, George Brett.
Strippers and glitter.
There you go.
Brit,
But yeah, no, it's
Brit
that,
from Flight of the Conchords.
No, but this is this a Brett beer?
yes, it's conditioned. It's conditioned with Brettanomyces, and so it's relatively fresh, I think.
Yeah, it could just need more time in the bottle.
Yeah, but even then, the Brett would I would assume
Captain
add some
will
like
drink it later.
fruitiness. To it.
What could go wrong?
It's
Yeah,
kind of
so-
roasty. Maybe the roast covers up.
Put some
of
CO2
the-
in there.
Any number of things, I'm sure.
Yeah, maybe some of the roasts covers up the.
Well, no, it's like that. I think pineapple-y kind of thing, which is going on. You get that?
No.
I mean, just a tad.
No.
Sorry, I wanted to help you out. I just couldn't.
It's super dry.
It's a little biscuity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but do we all like it?
I like you.
It's yeah,
It's interesting.
it's good, I guess, but I wouldn't seek it out.
It's got a good hop bite to
It's
it.
pretty good.
Yeah.
It's definitely like along the lines of a porter though, like with a twang on it. You know,
Yeah.
Well, see, I like it because I like porter, so.
I like porter too. That's why I don't have a problem with it,
Porter's a
but-
nice guy. He makes good beer. Yeah, I like it. It's
interesting.
I think I'm probably more enthusiastic about it than any of you guys are. So
I don't know,
you're
I'm digging it, man.
screw you.
Well, that's
Well, what do you
And why is
You're
that?
vested.
what do you like about it, Matt?
I think it's actually really well balanced. I think there's the roast and like that kind of like fruity thing. They play off each other really well, which is difficult to do. I mean, it's
I can see
you know,
that.
yeah, that roastiness and fruitiness. You see it a lot in like Cascadian.
Cascadian Dark Ales.
Please.
Is that a thing?
I can't believe I almost said that.
Is that a thing? What's that?
Or like black IPAs, like that kind of thing. It's
Oh,
like
that.
it can.
Oh.
Yeah, it can be. It can be difficult, and I think it does it well. And,
All right. Well,
and plus, I like these guys. So.
thanks, Matt.
Okay.
Loyalty
And
points.
well thought out response, Mr. Matt.
Thanks. You know what else I like? Dick. Dicks. Dicks are great. Let's talk about dicks again, because we seem to be doing really well.
I think we covered that.
Doing really well with that. Oh, you covered that. Hey,
No,
covered
not
the
just with his
dick.
butts.
Oh yes, that's
Guess who's getting an ashtray for Christmas?
Dude, I've had that thing for probably 12 years, and every time it like
I've
works
had
its
mine
way,
for 30.
there are some males out
You
there.
just get a fresh one.
There
Or?
are some males out there who have not had it
Yeah,
their whole
that's
life.
true.
So
That's true.
let's not make fun of them. No, but it's like it pops its way. It comes. It comes
Shit,
out
Lord.
of the counter, like
your
out of the
privilege.
cabinet, and Yvonne's like, "Why do you still have that?" Like I go, "We never use it. Like
Oh
it's
my
just."
God. I still have
It's an
You're like,
award.
It's a major award.
I still have a boob mug from Tijuana from like
Yeah,
88. Like,
fuck it. You know, it
It's
just.
kind of useful.
You should,
Fresh.
no, you should bring that and just drink
Of
your beer
course.
out of your
I will.
mug.
I'm
Through
gonna
the nipple, of course.
I'm gonna die.
getting
I'm gonna
some,
die one day, and they're gonna be
some
cleaning
milk
out
notes.
the cabinets, and someone's gonna go, "What the fuck?" And someone is like in the other room is gonna see it and fucking laugh.
That's all going to be worth it.
Yeah,
Make it
it's
all worth it.
They'll tuck it
a
inside
life
your
well
casket
lived.
when they before they lower
They're
it.
not tucking any cocks in my casket.
I kind of want to
Including
cigarette right
yours.
now.
That's how refused he doesn't want to be near any dicks. Take my dick, throw it in the
Including his
ocean.
own.
I'd fuck me.
Cremate my dick, throw it in the ocean, and then fucking bury me.
What?
The
opposite way around.
You're like spreading ashes. Like, oh, you're spreading someone's ashes? Like, no, just their dick ashes. That's all.
Just like a little like. That would be
That's
much.
the name of the show: Spreading Dick Ashes.
Spreading the dick ashes.
Oh Jesus, no!
We got
I like Duders on Fooders.
which
Might-
is not much better.
Might have
Admittedly.
better SEO. Just saying.
all about the SEO.
So
all the way up here for this.
yeah, and you're enjoying it.
This is awesome.
You know what you were getting into.
I did.
And
Dressing that way.
last one. We got Theophan the Recluse, Russian Imperial Stout from Three Taverns.
This is
Craft
another beer
Beers.
from Philip.
the Lauren Z beers.
Left.
Theophan the Recluse was a Russian monk known for the depth of his writings, a perfect namesake for this complex imperial stout brewed with 8 specialty malts, dark muscovado sugar, and Belgian yeast strain. Oh, so it's Belgian. Part of the new monastic series, this ale is mysterious, full-bodied, and exotic. meant to inspire contemplation and insight.
Now
well.
now taking the center pole.
Bring
Yeah.
cinnamon.
Yeah.
This beer sounds very difficult to drink.
Yeah, it really played itself up quite a
It's
bit.
like, all right.
So that's some serious copy.
Do we have a
here.
14-ounce Abbey goblet? Because that's what you're supposed to serve it in, apparently.
I like how they specified the
have
the
one.
volume.
You got to have the right headspace, for the foam and the head and stuff.
Well,
Just
we're
talking.
breaking all the rules.
See, I've got the Teku glass, so of course this is the perfect glass for everything.
Dude, has everything we've done been 750s today?
Yeah.
Pretty
That's
much.
just an interesting coincidence. No 22s here. Is there
a
a
good
name for
style.
the 750 bottle? Is it like how like a 22 is like a bomber?
This is
thing?
actually this one right here, the one that like the brewery uses. That's actually the Celebration bottle is the name
Really?
for it. Yeah, that's actually what it's called. Like if you order one like a pallet of them or something like that, it's Celebration.
You'd be
Do you
like,
think-
I don't have bombers. I have celebration bottles.
Yeah, that's legit. It's true. I didn't get any yet.
Do you think the
That's
brewery
right.
made that bottle famous?
I think they helped.
I
They certainly helped.
I'm pretty sure like wine has come in that bottle for centuries.
Well,
champagne.
Well, the
also.
neck on that's different.
Is it?
It's got more shoulders.
yeah, it's got yeah. I mean, it's the champagne bottle, but it's modified a bit.
The punt at the bottom is deeper.
Yeah,
All right, yeah, you're right. You're right, though.
The
You're right.
punt.
yeah.
Those ones are tricky, man. You're like, oh, is there any beer left in this? Oh, there's tons. And then you turn it over, you're like, nope, it's just like a pound of glass at the bottom.
Look, it's all the way up to. Oh, shit.
Yeah. I at least have half I don't.
It's drank. We drank the dregs.
Raisins.
I ate the bones.
Yeah. I get a lot of raisins out of this for sure.
I like the way that smells.
Smells just like raisins.
Yeah, there's some raisins.
It's like raisin bread.
Some hash, too.
Did you say hash?
Ashy.
Oh.
I get a little
Hash like canned.
Corned beef.
Not corned beef hash.
no ash.
Yeah,
No,
ash.
no, hash like marijuana.
Like a
That's
volcano
ash.
I wouldn't know about that.
Like volcanic.
Like volcanic.
Like it's a veritable Pompeii in your nose.
I get a
yeah,
little
the
bit of
raisin
smokiness.
thing.
I get
Yeah,
almost
the smoke.
like a woody kind of smoke. I would
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It tastes like mad raisiny.
With some chocolate. A little bit of chocolate in there.
yeah,
Yeah.
like chocolate covered raisins.
It's kind of
for
like a
sure.
raisinette.
Yeah.
It's got
I like
some
that it's
nice-
got Rasputin on it, though. I know it's probably not, and literally the guy whose name it is, but it looks like Rasputin.
Man, that tastes good.
Just
I like
because
that.
it's an old dude with the beard
sherry.
from
Russian
Russia doesn't
history
make it
severely
like.
lacking.
This beer's got
look the
this
same.
beer's got me thinking about stuff. I gotta say.
I know. Are you?
What are you thinking about?
I don't-
Are you thinking
stuff.
about beards?
About Rasputin?
Rasputins?
I don't know. Just life. I'm contemplating.
Yeah, they kill him like
About
3
this-
times.
Wooden ashtrays?
Scribble out your manifesto
Penises.
now.
Yeah, exactly. He's manifesting. He's manifesting.
No,
It's
this
got
is
a real-
really tasty.
It's got a real interesting color on it, too. It's not quite black like a Russian Imperial Stout is. It's got like this ring of...
I'd say it's pretty damn black.
No, I mean
it's
you
not-
swirl it around, it's got like
it's
this
got brown,
brownish
yeah.
with a,
I'll say
red
it's a
tinge.
little bit
It is brownish.
translucent-y, kind of, light does get through it a little bit on the edge.
That's for sure.
Yeah. See Interstellar?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Such a good
Yeah, I
movie.
want to.
Dude,
Wow.
go see it on IMAX.
Spoilers.
Spend the money.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
trying
man.
to.
Like, I wanted to talk about it. but
Yeah,
I'm
you
not gonna
should-
talk
you
about
should-
it.
you shouldn't
No
spoil it.
spoilers, but if anybody who hasn't seen it, go see
Okay,
it.
so at one point,
Sneak some Kraft cans in the
something
theater.
happens that in theory can't happen. You know what I'm talking about, everyone? And when that happened, I was like, oh my God, this is actually happening. Sweet. And then I was like, wait a minute, this is a movie. Like,
Damn you, theory.
That's
Been
it.
hoodwinked again by Hollywood.
I was pretty surprised.
That's it. Nolan, right? Chris Nolan.
Yeah,
yeah.
Excellent movie.
I want to see it because I mean, fucking Inception is probably my favorite movie ever.
This isn't really like Inception.
Well, I heard it's just like has like that labyrinthine type of plot.
You do have to follow
Yeah.
the plot. Yeah.
There's what's going on.
People who have a hard
Timelines.
time following plots that don't exactly go linear are going to have an issue with this.
Yeah.
All right.
Because
it's good.
there's people out there explaining it.
And if you don't, there's
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
I've seen like
yeah, well, kind of. Yeah.
I've
Neil
seen-
deGrasse Tyson just like science checks out.
Yeah, you're good. Move along here.
Did anyone see his like series of tweets about gravity?
Yeah.
Oh, it was the best thing I've ever seen. He's like, well, this is wrong for this reason, and this is wrong for this reason, and I'm Neil deGrasse Tyson, and I can get away with being a dick because I'm
straight.
me.
Yeah, because
You know?
of that, he
Hell yeah.
But then everyone's like Interstellar, and he's like, checks out.
Yeah.
Check
yes,
out.
yes, sir. I like it.
No, the best part of that movie,
Mostly harmless.
and you haven't seen it, and this is not a spoiler. The best part about that movie is that near future technology
Yeah.
totally works.
Nice.
Well, there's one. There's one that
I
doesn't.
really
work
liked how
at all.
Looper did that too, where it took place in like a near future,
Yeah.
and it felt like a very realistic take on the future. Not like, as much as I love Back to the Future 2, that's not anywhere near what next year's going to be like.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just the technology; it was like this could actually be what the near future is. Like,
Yeah.
Aside from
Yeah,
the
it's not like
technology.
we got flying shoes.
No, I mean as far
whatever.
as what's happening on the planet.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
bleak.
Yeah, it's, you need to see it as soon as possible because it's a great movie.
I'm actually
Like, I
thinking
wanna go
about
see it
going.
again.
I'm actually thinking about going to see it tomorrow.
It's fucking
'cause
sweet.
I got to savor my night shift.
I'm
fucking dead.
kind of over Matthew McConaughey, but in this movie,
What do you mean? We're in the reconnaissance right now.
So we're right in the middle of the reconnaissance for sure.
We're right in the middle of the reconnaissance.
that's funny.
But
He's
the
in so
abs, I mean, the abs are just they're glistening.
He stopped doing like shitty rom-coms, and he's just like, yeah, I'm in Dallas Buyers Club. I'm
No,
in
I'm not
fucking
hating
Yeah,
Mud.
Yeah, no, that's.
Oh my God! Did you guys
that was
see?
a crazy
Did you
movie.
guys see the Jim Carrey parody of his Lincoln car
Oh, that
commercial
was
impressions?
brilliant.
It was the best thing I've ever seen.
that was on SNL.
Rolling
no?
a booger.
yeah. You got to look it up. It was so
Why am I
great.
still rolling a booger.
Whose kids are these?
That's what I'm talking about. That Matt, like, because I remember watching the preview, and in the like in one of the trailers, he's talking to his daughter's teacher, and he's like, you know, you're looking at these books, and you know, blah 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 blah. And I'm just like, oh my God, that's so like what Jim Carrey did on SNL, and I thought like that's what I'm over. But he was excellent in that movie.
I'm gonna start
So-
mumbling down in this range right here, because
No, at one point I
This
looked at
is
Yvonne.
the-
I go, I can't fucking hear him. Like he's just mumbling, and like they have the
then-
music's like, wah. I'm like, what is going on here?
you gotta talk down.
Yeah.
Poor mixing.
And then
Shitty sound guy.
Outside of that,
I feel like how
Yeah.
some people just can't understand British accents. Maybe you can't understand a very slight Texas accent.
no, I
a
can't.
little teeny bit of drawl.
I
He'd be
lived,
like,
I lived through
"Alright,
George W.
alright."
Bush.
He's like, all right, all right, all right. John's like, what?
He's like, oh what? Oh
Wait,
what?
is he actually from Texas?
This is a legitimate thing. There were complaints about the audio. on this
Actually,
movie.
I heard about the audio problems, that there was like big blaring music, and that
Yeah.
it was a Bane kind of a Bane problem.
And just like the Bane
Yeah.
problem, it wasn't a problem, and people were just being bitches.
Hey, the Bane problem, the first one, like when that first like trailer came out, everyone was like, we have no idea what he's saying, and so they changed all of his dialogue.
You
Really,
could hear him
that
all
actually-
of his dialogue.
You could hear him very clearly in the original. Or like it was like, oh, it's a little muffled because he's in an airplane, and then they're like, okay. So then the movie came out, and it was like him talking into a megaphone for the whole movie. It was just like,
Wait,
Batman, come out of your house now.
and they
It's
never.
like- it
they
was
never
like he turned it up so high. He's like, "Can you hear that now, fuckers? Is that good? Can you hear it?" And everyone's like, "Yeah, that's much better."
I was one-
I will break you.
but not changing the bad Sean Connery impersonation was like that wasn't on the table ever.
Well, hey, it was effective. I mean, I
What's weird is he's
Batman.
Spanish in the comics. I don't know why they went like kind of Scottish with him.
well, because you know English people are evil. That's why
They make the
Because-
best villains.
Yeah, exactly.
I will
Like
break
that
you.
Jaguar commercial.
I will break you.
Other than some of the
Drago.
Well, Germans make some pretty.
Yeah, that's true.
For Sean Bean, actually, I hate as a bad guy. I don't like him as a bad guy.
Well, he's been a bad guy in like pretty much
Hans
everything he's ever.
Gruber's
That's
not
the
even
word.
German.
He's been the good guy in a couple things.
Well, he's German, like in the film, but it's Alan Rickman, isn't it?
I
Yeah.
have no idea, man.
He's so British.
He's English.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
incredibly
He's the guy who-
English.
He's the guy who helped Bruce Willis blow up Nakatomi Plot.
Are we
Yeah,
back?
exactly.
Full circle?
Hey,
Full circle?
bring it
All the
back.
way around.
Bring it back. Hey, and on that note,
John's like, yeah, I was there.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Doom 3 is dark.
Righty, Showtime, thank you for being with us.
Thank you very much.
You're going to be joining us for a couple more episodes, are we not?
So I've been told.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's it, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, just double checking.
Do we have anything else
Just
to
double
talk
checking.
about? No, we're good.
You're hanging out?
You got some more movies to talk about?
Yeah.
Want wrestlers? Want to talk about CM Punk joining the UFC?
We're going to get into that at some point, I'm sure. If you want to find us online, you can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, all kinds of places. You can look that up on fourbrewers.com.
and most
We have
recently-
a Patreon now.
Yes, we
if you
do.
like what we're doing and you want to throw us a couple bucks so we can do some fun stuff, what's the website? What's the...
It's patreon.com. The way people like Tom Merritt and Adam Curry, we all know Adam Curry, have presented it is if you feel like you're getting some value from this show, kick us down like a quarter an episode, $1 an episode, $2 an episode.
Yep.
We put out 4 a month, sometimes 5. So anything you want to give helps because it does cost money, and we want to do more things like get some merch out there, maybe go to different breweries, and
Yeah, exactly. It would help us do the stuff that would create fun content for everyone.
yeah. And we're not saying like if we don't get the money, we're not going to do it, but it just really helps.
I'm saying that.
So-
Well, because
I'm
the
saying
show's it does cost us money to do the show.
Yeah, it does.
We don't make
Oh,
any
for sure.
money. We're not getting beer rich over here.
The Fooder beer was $35.
Yeah.
We're sitting here with a can. We're shaking it. We're like, I got these cheeseburgers, man.
Alms for the poor. Alms for the poor.
Yeah,
So-
that's not. Yeah, obviously we're drinking the beers and having a good time. And we like doing this, but I think a lot of people out there we're already up to $8 per episode, which is
Fuck yeah.
dude,
made
for-
$8.
To me, I
Yeah.
feel like that's amazing. I'm like, sweet.
That is.
Yeah,
and
that's pretty cool.
I want to. We should have given shout outs. We'll give shout outs on the next episode for those who have contributed thus far.
For our
We'll give a
Patreon.
shout out to
for our day ones.
right now we'll give a shout out to Philip Lorenzini for providing these beers.
Phil Lorenzini is also a Patreon.
fuck yeah.
Patron on Patreon.
Thanks, bro.
Right on.
I think off the top of my head, Dawn. Our friend Dawn. What's her last name? Mueller.
Oh, Don, yeah, of course.
She's a patron.
Nice. I didn't know she listened to the show.
Yeah, I want to save this until I have specific names.
Well,
we
yeah,
got,
we'll get
we
the
got
names
a
for
big
us in the
donation on
next
PayPal too. Like,
Nice.
people are kicking down.
Nice,
Yeah.
people.
That's very rad. So thank you, everyone. What's the
Only
address?
rolling with
that
my
E
they can
day
go to?
ones.
Just go to our website, fourbrewers.com. Everything's
Okay,
there.
you can find the site. And then
Yeah, no new
also,
friends.
you want to get in touch with us directly. We've gotten one email on this so far. We've gotten one cool email at feedback@fourbrewers.com. So thank you, one person.
Yes,
And,
that was a friend of David's that he actually, David Glanders, who was on the show, he told his friend about us, and he went back and listened to all of our episods. And he actually
he binged it. It sounded like,
Yeah,
which is
that's pretty
awesome.
rad. Yeah.
So
Got way too much of us at once. I wouldn't even spend that long with me.
think about spending all that time with me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm insufferable enough as it
I'm
is.
Matt
and,
Becker.
was
Matt Becker, bitch.
Was that your impression of
Yeah,
me?
nailed it.
Nailed it.
All right, brew the shit out of it.
Later. Bye, guys.
Dooders on
Zeitgeist.
fooders.
all right, we're going out for a break.
Yeah, let's go pee.
Going for a breaky break.
How much time
Good
was
beers,
that?
guys. That was phenomenal.
53 minutes, so probably 45 once we trim it.
That was a good little lineup of beers.
That was nice. Yeah.
Actually, I must say that.
We had to chill our holiday beers here.
The fooder number one really impressed.
Yeah, definitely. Which is good because that's the nice thing about them. Like,
Is there room in his cooler? Is there ice in there?
Hey, Jason, can you type in Lorenzini, or just type in Loren?
I have ice packs.
Hornzini. Oh, never mind. Let's go through these in the
Thank you.
freezer.
Apparently, my cycloptic colleague.
Okay, everybody, we're going
That's
out.
a pretty good
We're going
duck
out for a break, so we'll be back in a few.
Yeah, should we throw those in the freezer?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Mine are kind of cold, so
Yeah. Oh, on your topic of Thanksgiving, John, fucking, we opened so much craziness, like, and it was really like me, Sarah, and Sarah's brother.
I'm next in line.
We opened like a worsty twerv.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
like an old one or the
Yeah, from the batch when they came out here. I still got two.
I think I still have 4.
Dude, maybe it's like me, but for some reason, like those versus like the old ones with like the gold crowns and shit, they seem
Right.
really different to me.
They are.
Like, yeah.
We side by sided one. It's
Really?
they're a little different. The gift box ones that
Yeah.
that every bottle shop after they went through the initial purging of all the gift packs at $85 a piece. It's like, Well, we've got a few of these left. Let's break them up, and we'll do $35 a bottle for them individually.
Yeah.
I know somebody paid $50 for a single bottle.
Well, they deserve
Well,
what you got.
hey, yeah, if you got money and you want to pay it, then whatever.
I know.
Yeah, because I had a bottle
There-
once, and I thought it seemed way better to me. I don't know. Maybe it's just
No, we did it at my neighbor's house.
okay.
Because
I'm sorry, I have to pee really bad.
well, you should then.
Just want some noise in the background. Hopefully it's not.
Descendant.
Yep.
Yeah, they're noise, right?
Quality noise.
Are they gonna get us banned from Google or whatever?
That's why I'm trying to keep it low, just so it's like there's some. If we all go outside, are we going outside, or are you guys staying here?
Yeah, let's go outside.
All right. If we get, hopefully we don't get shut down. But Descendants aren't on major labels. So.
What do they shut you down if you don't do anything? Can't you just come in here every like 37 seconds and go?
No, John's just putting music on so it's not dead air. But
It's like-
the last time we played music,
Well, they played Anti-Flag, and it's their one album that was on Geffen.
Oh.
So
yeah, Google's content
ASCAP
ID is
called
like,
it.
last time I watched
Get a little warning letter from ASCAP.
No, they shut our video feed down.
Oh, no way.
yeah, Google's like content ID. It said that this shit's not yours.
Oh, you're kidding.
And then I did my band the next time.
Oh. We get the, because we have local music acts that come in, you know.
Yeah.
One, two, three.
tinkle.
Drink it, John. Snarf, snarf. After the show, we'll all get the Jeep and drive up that hill. Let's go.
That was the locker till my front. It
Well,
was good.
yeah.
I liked it.
It was good.
It was good. We got a long way to go, though.
Yeah, I've broken a
A
limited slip or
long
two
way
in
to
my
go.
day.
What's that?
I said I've broken a limited slip or two in my day. My old muscle cars had a limited slip. Now it's peg leg. Too many horsepowers.
All of the horsepowers.
Broke the fucking limited slips, I guess. Could have been.
So limited slip differential. Yes. So that has something to do with the way that the back wheels can
What
function
happens is it's
independently.
got a bunch of little clutches in it, whereas if it senses one wheel slipping, it has a spring mechanism and a ratchet assembly that starts gaining weight, and the little weights go up and clamps a clutch down and provides traction to the outside wheel. That's
I was sort of right.
yes.
Oh, good. I don't know. I don't know anything about
You don't
cars,
want-
so I'm super stoked that I knew what that was.
It's kind of a middle version of a locking
Oh,
differential.
that is so awesome.
Where a locker will
I sure hope that gets posted
force
on the internet.
both wheels to always turn at the same time.
Right.
The problem with that is
That was
when you
better.
turn, the inside wheel is turning at the same speed as the outside wheel, so,
So
it
you have
starts-
more force on the inside than the outside.
Right, so it breaks it.
Right.
So
Okay.
Thanks for that, Greg.
put that on the
You can see
Instagram.
better.
That is a giant ashtray dong.
But yeah, apparently I just burned right through the clutches in mine.
Nice.
I don't know if it was really meant to handle the.
I used to
Uh,
be Jeep owner as
I don't have a
Um,
Jeep, I don't have a car, but you know, like
ready? You got all your beers ready? You got your recipes, or at least a good idea of what they are.
Sure.
All right.
Cheers.
Showtime. Put your headphones on. We're starting.
Broom, broom.
Snarf, snarf.
Snow time. Snow time.
Schneider Weiss.
Schneider.
So we could actually call the first one Schneider Weiss because I have no idea what it is.
Schneider Snarf.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we're podcasting.
Try.
We are live. We are currently live.
We're live on the internet.
If your lips touch, that's okay. That's okay.
Do we have any?
Harumph.
That's what I want right there.
Do we have any questions from the chat?
No, they're asking about what's the best beer you can get in Newfoundland. It's not even related to the show. They're talking about it's chat.
Newfoundland.
Hey, right on. As long as they've got a.
Lorenzini.
Newfoundland.
Apparently Lorenzini's stuck in fucking Newfoundland.
Why?
I don't know, but he
Use
said it's
Untapped.
That like desolate wasteland of Canada.
But he said
Use
it's a beer
Untapped.
wasteland.
That's like that's like Canada, only not
Nearby
cool.
bars, nearby beers, nearby breweries.
4 bars, 4 breweries,
Breweries,
4
nearby
Newfoundlands,
breweries.
4
Schneiders.
Schneider's.
Hey. You gotta throw that in. There's
Well,
Newfoundland, they're Canada.
From
They're
what I
Newfies.
know of Canadians, the Newfoundland Newfie accent is considered like the hick accent of
Yeah,
Canada. It's
yeah.
like
They are backwoods. That's all I know.
yeah.
They're super east.
Newfoundland is actually fucking an hour ahead of Eastern time.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is that far out?
It's that far, yeah. It's in the future.
Where'd Holzer go?
The future, Conan?
He's probably
In the year
That's right. That's right. The best part about that whole thing is just Labama going year 2000. It's the best ever. Dude, did you hear the Marin with Jimmy Vivino?
No, only a little bit of it.
It's super good.
I gotta
It's
check it
essentially it's essentially like it's especially interesting for me because like I made a pretty flaccid attempt at being a professional musician for a little while. What?
I'm just seeing where the camera's reversed.
Oh, okay.
I'm a little freaked out by that.
So it's just really interesting, like hearing legit like working musician, like what he does. So it was cool. It was really super cool. And it's funny because the whole thing is like here's and then I got on Conan. Show's over. Like he talks for like 10 minutes about Conan. That's it.
It's well documented. I do it literally every night.
Yeah, seriously.
Tune in. You want to see what I'm doing?
And it's funny. He's like, so what about Max Weinberg? He's like, he's a good drummer. That was it. That's all he had to say. Hey, there's John.
Here
Hi, John.
comes Conan.
Hi, John.
Here comes Conan O'Brien.
Well, hey, John.
Apparently, that theme was written by Howard Shore, and it was completely ripped off.
Paulie's brother.
Like, yeah, like Howard Shore, like the very famous
the juice.
poser, but he literally like ripped it off from somebody. Like somebody else like submitted a thing they kind of played, and he was like, "Oh yeah, all right." He essentially did that.
Is it the same way that the Foo Fighters, James Dio's opening riff?
It's like the bridge kind of has the same cadence as Holy Diver, really. It's like, okay.
It's
I'm
inspired.
still waiting for the next riff after that.
It's inspired.
It's again, it's the bridge, not even the fucking song.
Yeah,
Bridge is not even part of the song.
The bridge. No.
bridge
The bridge.
Talk to me when it's a verse or a chorus.
They went to the bridge. Where's that confounded bridge?
The bridge is what makes you
That was
appreciate
it.
the chorus.
By the way,
you know?
that right on, dude. That was a deep Zeppelin cut right there.
Where is
That was
that confounded bridge?
Where's the confounded bridge?
Speaking of bands ripping bands off,
Yeah, no shit.
it's like Foo Fighters ripped off Dio. I love Zeppelin. They stole every song they ever made.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, especially like Lemon Song. It's like that was so bad that they ended up having like getting sued and having to credit someone else. Welcome to Four Brewers. My name is Matt Becker, and as always, I'm joined by
John Holzer.
Jason Harris.
Greg Nagel.
and again this week we are joined by John Ryti. What's up, John?
Hello, how are we doing?
And we are joined by Tim, quote Showtime, unquote Ryan. What's up, Showtime?
Hi, y'all.
Showtime.
HBO.
Aw. HBO.
We're yeah, nice.
Skinamax.
Skinamax. We're
Named after like the
Stars.
UFC lightweight champion Anthony Showtime Pettis.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, good one. Sank like a rock in a bone.
I was
So did the
given,
Boondocks
I was given that
too.
nickname by somebody who had never met me.
What's that?
Really?
Somebody who had never met me gave me that nickname.
Showtime?
Who was that?
Sam.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah. Yeah.
One Sam Steger?
There was two Tims in his life, and apparently that couldn't happen. So, second Tim had to get a nickname. And,
Yep.
and
And that was
Showtime.
you?
It was like 3 seconds worth of effort.
And it's stuck ever since.
4 years later,
which
I
makes it
still
good.
have strangers coming up to me. So, Showtime, did you? Who are you again?
Yeah. This week on the show, we've got some beers from Mr. Ryti. He brought us a whole bunch of stuff, but because Mr. Ryti is the Temecula beer ambassador, I actually found this in like the kind of shoddy liquor store, like down the street from my house, which I thought was
the
pretty
best
cool.
kind.
Yeah, but this is a beer from Refuge Brewery, a Temecula brewery. This is the Blood Orange Wit.
Love this can.
Yeah, no,
So cool.
Matt-
Thank you.
It
Wow,
looks
that's
like
a
you're
cool
drinking a luxurious beverage.
that's true.
Like,
It does.
No, I'm serious. That is a sexy looking can right there. It's like a matte black with some orange and
It's got really good text on it. It's got the nice tree.
it's beautiful.
They put a
So
lot of thought into the design in that.
definitely, and you know what? I have to say that of all of the Temecula breweries, probably Iron Fire's got to be my favorite because they're
Really?
my dudes.
Urfer.
Hell
They're my
yeah.
dudes.
All killer, no filler.
Yep. And but like Refuge is probably number 2 for me, and they're damn close because I mean, like John, you and I have been to Refuge a couple of times, and
Yeah.
90% of their beers are pretty goddamn solid, especially their barrel aged stuff. Well, most of their barrel
I
aged stuff.
haven't
I've had
actually
a
made
couple
it down to
of them.
Refuge yet. I need
It's
to
tiny.
get down there.
It's a
What's
little-
wrong with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
no.
I
a
actually
little-
met John there myself for the very first time.
Yes.
Oh.
No, we
And then
were-
it was
then
love.
it was a
you had
Twitter
butt
date.
sex.
We had a bonding session. You
It was
know?
a Twitter date.
You weren't there.
Oh.
Yeah, Righty, you're pretty close with those guys, like owners and
Yes.
whatnot.
Kurt Kuchera and Glenn Wickard.
Yeah,
Good guys.
they I guess he is I don't know what he does, but he has ties with Chinese manufacturers and stuff, right?
Well, he has a company that does automotive electronics.
Okay.
That's his main
Oh.
business. So
I didn't know
he's a
that.
home brewer and took his hobby to the next level. And he convinced Glenn to partner up with him. They opened Refuge, which is probably one of our most beautiful breweries in Temecula.
Well, I only
for
bring
sure.
up the Chinese tie thing because I guess he got all of his equipment at first custom made.
When equipment went over to China because he does his daily business over there a lot. He and his partner, so he knows a lot of the Chinese manufacturers over there.
That's a drive.
He
Hey.
must have so many fucking frequent flyer miles. Like holy shit.
Did somebody pee in this Coke?
Jesus Christ.
That That was so racist. So racist.
I totally missed that. That was racist.
Fuck you, Greg.
That was-
I'm only racist to Chinese, so it's all good.
But
What were you
he's,
saying?
Sorry.
He's also was instrumental in helping a friend of mine get his equipment for his new brewery, Relentless.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
okay.
James bought the 10-barrel system from Refuge
Yeah, because they just upgraded.
because they just upgraded to a 20-barrel system
Did they really? I didn't know that.
and added more big tanks. So now they've got a huge and
In the same space? That's not a large
yeah,
space.
they're
They're pretty cramped in there, I'd imagine.
yeah, you couldn't probably swing a dead cat in there without hitting.
It's really, really nice. They have a really cool
Won't
brewery.
stop me
Yeah,
from
it's,
trying.
it's tiled and it looks like a kind of like a model home-ish.
Yeah, it's
cool.
It's really really cool.
Well, they have like poured concrete countertops.
the bar is solid poured concrete. It's
And
really cool.
it's like all the piping comes under the. It's underground into the center.
Yeah, it has
and-
it has a very distinctive look. It's very kind of like, you know, artsy industrial,
I
like
really-
lot of metal, a lot
Yeah.
of, you know, like
metal chic,
yeah, that sheet
Yeah.
metal
industrial chic.
Well, Kurt's wife is a designer, and she did a lot of the design on there.
Oh, there you go.
So they put it all together, and that's came up with it.
IRC is saying we need to do a show down there. So
I agree
agree.
with IRC.
I agree. Thanks.
But
Thanks,
yeah, I
Lawrence.
was really impressed with Refuge when I first went down there. I think you were there the first time I was there too, because we went to Iron Fire,
Right.
Refuge, and Weens.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Played with the Weens.
What does everyone think of this beer here?
I really enjoy
great.
it.
Yeah. It's got a nice weedy maltiness to it. I mean, obviously that tangy orange
And
kicks
you know,
in.
The blood oranges are sourced locally from Temecula.
Oh,
Nice.
So
cool.
it's pretty much a true local beer, other than getting the malt from someplace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got a nice like weedy kind of like creaminess.
Yeah, that's
know?
what I like about it.
And
Yeah.
it's still a flash of tartness.
It's not super like sweet forward. It's you've got that orange flavor, fruit flavor to it, but it's not like someone poured orange juice
Pouring,
in it.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. It's not orange soda plus beer.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
No, it doesn't have that extract
Mm-hmm.
or
That
that
artificial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it almost
really,
seems
really
like they're taking a play out of Hangar 24's playbook with the orange wheat and kind of. I mean, not complaining. This is a great
Fire one
beer.
over the bow. Let them know
Do
you're
it.
there.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, it's a style of beer that is easy to
Approachable?
drink. It's refreshing.
Yeah.
I would
know?
rather drink this.
I agree.
It's a
Yeah.
great
No, I'm not
summertime mowing my grass beer.
Yeah, definitely.
I wasn't
Comparing
saying
the two.
I wasn't comparing the two. I'm just saying the style in and of itself is. It's an easy beer to make. I
Yeah.
mean, and if it can bring in
Well, I
money,
don't know.
And the IRC guys are shouting at Black Market down there too, who we didn't mention.
oh, okay.
Well,
Who-
yeah.
okay,
Oh,
so
Black
I
Market. I
feel
haven't
like
even
Black
been there
Market
yet.
has had some struggles, but I've had a couple beers from them recently that were really on point. It feels like they're dialing it back in.
I think at first
Like-
they were having more struggles than they are now. Yeah.
Their holiday triple black IPA that they just came out with is really good, actually.
Right on.
And then
they did a comment.
yeah, which
Kentucky Common,
I've been holding on to one. I still want to do that on the show one day.
Yeah.
The Kentucky Common, kind of, it's almost like a amber Berliner Weiss. It's a weird beer.
Yeah,
It's
I
very
didn't
cool.
know what I'd think about that. I mean, I'm going to be honest. Black Market, I haven't had a lot, but I've had more beers that I didn't like compare as opposed to beers I did like. And that one, I think, was when I was like, okay, they're coming around. It's pretty solid, So,
Yep.
yeah. But I think another. I was going to say, what's that one brewery? It's on. Are they on Old Town Front?
Well, Aftershock.
Aftershock.
That's,
Yeah.
Marvin Nye.
And Garage Brewing is
Garage
also
down
on
there.
Old Town Front.
Both are making great beers. Garage actually at the LA International Beer Festival
Oh, yeah, I was over
won
there.
a gold medal over Sam Adams in the fruit beer category for their mango hef.
Hey, good for them.
Righty, the IRC saying that you're kind of cutting out. You got to get up on that mic.
Choke up on that mic. Whoa, yeah, like
There
that.
it is.
Yeah,
Get
make
up
me.
on
Yeah,
that thing.
yeah. You got to make John tickle that fader.
All right, we're gonna have to do that.
I've been tickling this whole time.
Nice. Good
We
tickling.
need a 6-channel compressor.
Yeah, we really do.
Hey,
Speaking
of which, Patreon, no.
hey, we'll get to that later. So
What does it cost? Like $30 bucks?
Yeah.
It's another $200.
Yeah, it's not cheap. So Righty,
I did. I brought beers.
I didn't ask you a question. I
Oh,
was
I'm
actually
sorry.
going to say, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing, there, Matt? Long time no see.
Yeah, good.
We started the show about 5 minutes ago.
Did you bring some beers?
I did bring beer.
Oh yay!
I brought a couple of beers that I actually know what they are and I know when they were brewed.
Let's do the mystery beer first because you got a beer that's a mystery.
Yeah.
So here's something for the IRC. I didn't have his mic turned on for their output, so now they can hear him quite well.
Oh, well, see, it wasn't all just me.
Sorry about that, guys. My fault.
It's another mystery.
So,
have any of you guys seen?
It's a mystery wrapped up in an enigma.
Have you guys seen Mike Tyson Mysteries? No. It's like the
It's
best
an
show
elaborate ruse.
It's the best show on TV. It's Mike Tyson as himself, Norm Macdonald as Pigeon, who's a pigeon that talks, and then Mike
What?
Tyson's daughter, Young Hee, who's a little Asian girl, and the ghost of Marquis de Queenberry, which is played by Jim Rash, or voiced by Jim Rash. Amazing. Going around solving mysteries. It's the only creature I haven't beat the shit out of yet.
Haven't seen it. No.
It's so good.
What's that Horseman Jack?
BoJack
BoJack Horseman?
So great.
Dude, they have a lot of heavy hitters on that show, too.
yes, they do.
I was like,
They really
wow.
do. Yeah.
Holy shit. And Group Love wrote their theme. Like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
For not that Netflix is a small company, but they came out swinging. Like,
They're
their
doing
originals are doing really
Yeah,
well.
they're doing well for themselves.
So we're gonna open the door to
New season of
the
Lilyhammer,
mystery
too. Just saying. Good show.
So the mystery beer is some sort of fruit wheat beer. Apparently, I brewed.
Dude, choke up on it.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Choke it.
Rub your mouth on it.
I'm
like
gonna
this.
get up there. Yeah. So it is what we've determined is some sort of fruit style wheat beer with probably raspberries.
Oh, okay.
Now, in my defense, we have 50 plus corny kegs at the place where I brew, and we have a very large storage unit.
Is this some kind of like brew commune or?
Oh yeah, there's
something?
5 of us, and we have
It's free love. And
we have a 3-door Trolson commercial fridge.
Can this thing be named? As far as the
Well, let's drink it.
It is the beer that is not
no,
named.
the group you're associated with, I should say.
Oh well, we call ourselves the Brew House.
Oh, so it's not an actual brew club. It's
No.
like a.
Well, I'm a member of the Brew Club. I'm not only
'Cause
a member,
that's-
I am the president of
I
the
know
Temecula Valley Homebrewers Association.
I know that, but I'm saying like this particular organization. This is not
Ladies.
Temecula Valley Homebrewers Association.
No, this is something that I apparently did when I was drunk.
Oh, good.
So-
well, hey,
crack
you
that
should
fucker.
pour
It's
that.
just full of jizz.
So
I think we're on two
pour
different
the beer.
timelines. It's like Interstellar right now, so,
So-
we're just all confused.
We're getting
We'll come back to
Interstellar up
Plot
into
Plot
this
A
bitch.
the
and Plot B.
the keg was found.
B's.
It had a tag with my name on it, and it was put on tap, and we tried to figure out what the hell it was. So
And you didn't?
Ready? Where are you from originally?
Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
Minnesota.
Don't hate. No, we don't.
Once you get some beers in, and you're like, we found this keg over here, and we're just, it was, I don't know what this beer is.
There's a
It's
fellow
just-
in the wood
I
chipper
think
over
there's,
there.
I think there's some wheat in
Hey,
it, but I really
do like
can't tell.
unguentine.
What'd you do with your friend in the wood chipper?
I think there's. Oh,
Weed
Let's not make fun of the Midwest.
Yeah.
I'm not
There's
making.
all of our
We just made
Midwestern
fun of the
fans.
Canadians. Like, what's?
But they're Canada. That's
And
America's
the
hat.
Chinese and the Chinese.
Don't forget the Chinese.
Let's not forget about Nagel's racism here.
Negalism.
Canada. It's America's
they
hat.
Next up after the Canadians is the Pacific Northwest.
I think we've already.
I think we've already fragged on them.
Yeah,
that's
we,
seriously.
we've nailed the Pacific Northwest.
So
more than a couple
there's
times.
definitely like a pink purple tinge.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
It's
I'm gonna have to
tinted-
go
it's
back to
literal
my
blood.
I'm gonna have to go back to my brew notes on this, but
And it's hazy.
Yeah, actually.
And this sat in a keg, right?
yes,
It's
So
free.
you would think if it sat that long, if it didn't have any kind of wheat element, it might have cleared out more.
You'd
So
think.
Still pretty.
It might
kind
have.
of. It smells like armpit.
It's not as clear as it would be, Greg, I think.
It almost
if it
looks
sat that long.
gray somehow.
I can't see it.
It really does.
I thought you were going to say something
and I
about-
think that's because of
something
the fruit.
The fruit makes it gray.
Well, it gave it a kind of a pink purplish tinge.
Yeah.
It was
Pink,
soylent
purple,
you
and
put in
gray
there.
are two different things.
It's not
Yeah,
gray.
yeah, it's kind of.
It's grayish.
It's not a tuma.
It's a gray area.
It's garish.
It's garish.
Okay, it's got an unusual smell.
It's got an unusual taste too.
And that's exactly what I was going for when I think I almost brewed it.
Does it smell like kind of
I don't know why you're so tickled by that.
Yeah. Just they're like passive, just like, yeah, it's got an unusual taste too. Loved it.
kind of like a rubbery medicinal aroma to me, I guess.
It's got a little chlorophenolic to it.
It's very doughy. It has like
Yeah.
that bread dough kind of like weediness.
And I could almost wonder what it would have been like if we'd have discovered the keg maybe 4 months ago.
or 4 years ago.
I don't think it's that old.
It's not that old. All right. Anyway.
Yeah, it tastes like it smells.
Yeah.
Been there.
It's rubber.
And there is the name of the beer. It tastes like it smells. We have a name, folks.
It smells like it sounds.
smells like it's.
I mean, it definitely it's got some
Fart.
a little bit of. It's not infected or anything.
It's past its prime.
It's got some doughiness
sure.
on it. It's
Yeah.
just a hint of like fruit tardiness, I think. A little bit of grittiness for me, but it's that medicinal plastic flavor definitely. Yeah, the term
Smells like a.
So we'll put the cap on that one.
It's kind of like a car accident with a Twinkie truck or something.
Yeah. Those spongy
There's
yellow
rubber,
bastards.
There's fruit.
It's like free Twinkies, but someone's dead.
Yeah. You're like, oh yeah, car accident. I'm gonna go steal.
They
some
don't taste
Twinkies.
as good, you know.
So it's beer.
It is beer.
It's homebrew, man.
Maybe this was good at first.
That's what I said. It's you can see it's like it's former potential.
I've got to go through my brew notes and figure out what the heck it was and when it was brewed, and that'll probably answer a lot of the questions.
It's fartberry.
Well,
That's what
yeah.
it was.
I still like John's idea.
It could be it's just old brew, like
Rubber
it
band.
just,
Yeah.
you know.
That's what it is. Yeah. So thank you for sharing.
Do we have a-
What else do you have?
I have
'Cause
more.
You've got all kinds of fun stuff.
Good effort.
Stop lying. Your lips are moving.
I'm not lying. I mean, good job trying. Now, put yourself out there.
You're getting a
bubbly.
trophy for effort.
But wait, there's more.
I know you.
It's like
I know
the
you
Ginsu commercial.
I know you can make awesome beer, so we can go ahead and be honest that this one wasn't one of your hits.
I wonder what the fruit used. Was it maybe like a puree or something out of a can?
Probably. It was probably
I've
like
never had good luck with those.
probably like the brewer's purees that you can buy at the
Yeah,
home
the
at your local homebrew
Oregon,
store.
yeah, the Oregon products or whatever.
Yes.
The same shit that.
Has
Pro
anybody
Brewers
ever had
use.
luck with those? I mean, on a homebrew level.
I haven't. I've never used them on a home
Okay.
level. But
Who puts
it's
fruit in beer?
dicks.
Like everyone,
Well,
I
I mean, I
guess.
have.
New Glarus.
All right, so this one I'm kind of excited
We
about.
just drank a blood orange
when I
beer.
f-
Hey, John's talking here.
Let me talk. Moving on. When I first met Ryti,
talking here.
I met him at out in front of
in front of Wix.
Liquor
yeah
store.
Wix Brewing Company in Riverside, or are they Corona?
That's
Hey,
Riverside.
Riverside.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Riverside.
Hey, buddy.
It's like 3 exits from Corona.
It's right near the border.
Yeah, it's right there. On the border.
You
But
met
it's
him outside of a
20-minute
liquor
stumble.
store.
So
Yeah, I met him
Okay.
there, and Mitch Steele was there from Stone. And he was brewing. Ryti, you were brewing
Oh, he was
Vertical
brewing.
Epic 090909.
So what it was
clone.
the
That's right.
the Brew Illuminati did a Vertical Epic Brew Day where
Sure,
everybody
yeah,
picked
yeah.
a style,
And good guy Mitch Steele showed up to help.
and Mitch showed up with a bunch of beers to enthuse everyone on the processes. So my pick was the 09 Vertical Epic, which was
Sweet.
a Belgian style
That was one of my
imperial.
favorites.
I think that is the best
So,
of the Vertical
what
Epic.
I've heard that you should dial 999 if you really want the truth.
So what I have brought is I brought a bottle of mine.
That's your second reference to that song on this show, by the way.
Yes, yes.
double
and a bottle of theirs. So we should probably have a second glass
I'm on it. I'm going to go
so that we can side by side and do comparisons here.
All right.
Crackage.
Look at Matt being useful.
All right, so we can take a quick break.
Take a little breaky break.
I'm gonna pause it. Just
You gotta pause.
Don't pause it, dude. We can get some gold on here.
yeah, just gotta edit it out. You want to really keep going?
Yeah.
All right, fine.
We keep missing funny shit because we pause it.
This
No, we
blood
don't.
orange wit, by the way, you can tell that's blood orange. That
Yes.
is
No
not-
doubt, yeah.
That is not citrus. That is blood orange. It's not
It's
like
good.
some
It's not
generic-
orange. It's not fucking some other kind of orange.
Yeah, it's not like
orange.
generic
Goddamn
citrus
orange.
flavor. You know, it's blood orange.
Maybe blood orange.
By the way, you will notice the fill line on mine. Apparently, I took the Carl Strauss
Method.
school of
Yeah.
fills. Is I'm
Was
going
that
to
a,
give the customer their money's worth.
Was that a beer gun?
It was a beer gun.
Of course.
Bottle full and the angel share.
What did you hold the beer gun at the top of the bottle?
Yeah, it's
He's
barely
barely
from
touching.
across the room.
You know, I'm gonna get this guy all he wants.
No, you can, but once you pull it out,
I know.
you got your headspace. It's just like a bottling
Then you
wand.
cap on foam.
Wand.
You
Well, cap on foam,
fucking
not
foam,
cap
man.
on liquid.
It was foam when they started.
What is going on out there?
I don't know.
Fucking dog.
Matt fell down.
For the record, if you're holding 6 glasses, it's really not easy to get in the door.
can't
I just
get
want
up.
to point that out. Fuck you guys. Like,
Your feet were free.
Let me help you out here.
yeah, that was mine.
Of course it is.
Yes.
Is that one?
Here, pass them around.
Hot Cheetos and Tekus.
Hot Cheetos and Cheetos and Tekus. What's that even mean?
It's like Cheetos and pine cones.
It's like Hot Cheetos and Takis, but instead of Takis, it's Tekus.
Tekus.
All right, God, talk.
I can't get enough of their Hot Cheetos and tacos.
Where'd it go?
I don't know, it disappeared.
Now he's gonna bang on the door.
I'm going to.
Aw.
Microbladder.
Yeah, I had your mic turned off.
Oh, well, you know, it happens.
Because like this is the outputs for the internet, and this is the outputs for us.
Of all the
Internet.
Stone vertical epics, I bought a case of though.
I still have probably half a case.
I want
it
to
is
say
one
the
of my
9 is
favorites.
one of the only ones I went back and had again. Where the other
9
ones
is
I'm
so
like,
good.
exactly.
Cinnamon beer, thanks.
It was delicious.
It's a beer.
So I think essentially this was what 2 years ago, if I remember right.
What was-
2009 was 5 years ago.
No. When I brewed mine,
Oh, okay.
you know, I want to say like,
I can do the math thing.
well, that was before Wix. They just got their brew house.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
they had it in the parking lot.
Yeah, well, they just hauled it into on a big truck.
so rad.
I remember driving by, and my helper was like, "Dude, that's a brewery. There, I can see it." And I'm like, "It's not supposed to be in the parking lot." And, he goes, "Where's it supposed to be?" I go, "Inside."
Inside the building.
Where's it supposed to be?
Midwood goes,
Brad was showing it off.
Midwood's
Yeah, well,
like,
yeah.
I'm crazy tulip hands. Give me some candy.
I spent all this money. I should show it off.
No, it's fine.
No.
But I remember they were whoever. I think you were showing it to me.
Yes.
And you're like, "Yeah, we got to
Where's
clean
the
it." And it
homebrew?
was like there was crusties all inside
Yeah,
the
the homebrew
kettle,
version?
and I'm like, "Oh yeah."
Oh, yeah. I don't think we've been pouring that one yet.
Past the homebrew.
There's pass that one around.
I don't have a second glass.
I drink some gray beer.
Yeah, you do.
It's on the other side of your screen.
I drank the gray beer too.
I drank the gray beer.
I mean, it's
It's not.
it was
bubbly.
Bad.
horrible, but I wouldn't want to drink it again. You know.
Well, thank God I got a 5-gallon keg of it.
Isn't that the worst? That's when you want to be like, why isn't distilling legal? Like, this would make a perfectly good spirit.
Homebrew.
I didn't know what you're talking about.
Wink.
Nudge, nudge. No, no, mine. No, no. You watch
Say
here, Goa.
I do not own a still.
Have a little bit of how's your father, eh? Eh?
And
Spam,
Bob's
spam,
uncle.
spam,
Hey.
spam, spam,
Hey.
spam,
Hey.
spammity spam.
I don't like spam!
Bob's your uncle.
That's the homebrew version. Tim, did you get a second glass? No.
I have a second glass. It's here on my left.
All right. And Reddy, you have a second glass.
Glass to glass.
So I have the homebrew version.
That's so creepy.
Okay, where's the actual stone version?
Right over
Stone
here.
fruit.
Man. Right over here.
Someone.
Has Stone ever made a beer with stone fruit?
That's an excellent question.
That'd be cute. Let's just summon Mitch Steele. The Brulinati group does every so often. They'll tag him
Mitch
and
is,
he'll-
How do you summon
Mitch
Mitch
is
Steele?
currently on a plane right now, getting ready to go to
Going
Germany.
to Germany.
All
yeah.
He's on a plane, bitch.
Dude, somebody was shitting on. They're like, "Here's what makes a stout," and blah 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 blah, and at Mitch Steele, and this is the characteristics of a stout, like shitting on the Master Disguise beer, and he's like, "I think I know how to brew a stout. Thank you very much." I'm like, wrecked.
I love that so much.
Ownage.
Of all the brewers to be in the Illuminati.
Is Mitch going to Germany?
Such a humble dude.
Is Mitch going to Germany for Stone Brewing Antics?
Yes, he is.
Sweet.
Why would else?
I don't know. Vacation. Yeah.
Literally
So,
no
at
other
least
reason.
He's going to brew an ice bock with Steinderweiss.
Well, I believe his destination is Berlin.
Oh.
He's going to brew a Berliner Weiss.
So we've got
Two beers.
We've got 2 beers in front of us here. We have the homebrew and we have the regular brew, I guess.
So we have one of the actual Stone 090909 vertical epics,
Yep.
and then Righty's clone.
Yeah, let's actually start with the 090909 vertical epic, the real one.
I have it in a proper glassware, by the way.
I forgot which was which. You
The
do.
aroma
Well,
on the
I forgot which was
999
which.
is
It's still really it's almost a little raisiny, but the orange and the vanilla all tapered off as would be expected.
Of my 2 glasses, one is plainly more oxidized than another.
That'd probably be mine.
Yeah. Okay.
no.
I don't have the commercial bottling facility.
Yeah, I was gonna say your DO is probably considerably
Yours
higher.
is a
so-
lot more carbonated. That's for sure.
Wait,
Here's
we're
those bottles
starting
right
with
up
the
to the cap.
0909. The
Yeah,
stone
let's
version, right?
let's start with the actual the
I poured them both.
commercial
and his
version.
foamed up a lot more.
Okay.
So commercial version. What do we got? So this was like what, a Belgian stout? Didn't it have like orange peel and some
It
shit
had
in
orange
it?
peel and vanilla.
Okay.
Vanilla
Orange
beans. Orange peel.
Oh, not
It had
peel.
orange penal.
Bitter orange peel.
Penal colony.
Ashtray.
I really think this is
Oh, yeah.
in the last year.
Well, yeah, you're supposed
Yeah,
to
imagine
drink
how
it,
the
like 2 years ago.
111.
I think it's time to go through and drink everything we have, Greg.
No, but
I've used all of mine for cooking, like in the last year, so
Good man.
I still have a lot of Urkel Epics. Like,
you might want to use them.
I
Yeah.
have a lot of the lesser, earlier year verticals, and I
Yeah,
think it's just time to
it's-
go
There,
home.
there's
It's time to call.
yeah, there's not a whole lot
Time to call it.
Fuck
Yeah.
it, sell them on eBay or some shit.
Hey, there you go, dude. Fucking, dude from
Jason will be our
Warbeer.
middleman. Just give him a call, and
oh yeah, the guy that's trying to sell them for
he
$1,000.
is going to get 10% of all proceeds.
All proceeds go to Four Brewers.
Exactly.
Good man.
Speaking of which, Patreon. Sorry.
Let's fill a bathtub of them and
Later.
take a bath.
Ooh, I like that idea.
Whoever
Lovely.
bought all those on eBay certainly took a bath. Hey,
So what you're saying is we should butt chug the rest of these, or
Butt check them, yeah. All
butt
those, all those
chugging.
tickers.
That's so gross.
we had the conversation yesterday that about how when you do a bottle share, you always have like all these bottles at the end of the night that still have beer in them, and then it's like, yeah, you should just mix it all up and butt chug it.
There you go.
It's a bar mat shot, by the way.
Yeah, but you put it in your butt.
I know a guy.
The main difference is it's a bar rag shot, but in the butt.
Oh.
So yeah, that's the thing.
It's a shadow of its former self.
Yeah, it
Definitely.
fresh. It was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, still quaffable. Still, you know.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I have to
There's no-
brand-
Yeah,
There's
it's
no-
got a little bit of chocolate, a little bit of but
a little bit, but I'm getting a lot of
oxidized
citrus.
a little too.
Other than time, there's no flaws on it.
No.
You know.
Yeah, but,
Except
okay.
for these damn crazy eyes.
So I'm
Googly
I'm
eyes.
tasting the other here.
I was at the doctor today. It's
the-
not my crazy eyes.
No, you only have one crazy
I
eye.
know.
What was?
I shot my eye out.
All right, guys.
Crazy
All right,
eyes.
guys. All right, guys. We're gonna get back on track.
Back
Back on
beer.
track. Back.
I'll tell you
Thank
what,
you.
if
Thank you.
when it
We're on
comes to aroma, I know which beer I want to like.
Pummel.
John's beer is.
Good.
Oh yeah, it's.
Yeah.
I heard you.
So,
know
so
that
you
beer
mumbled
so
a couple
hard.
of things. Do you
I
have?
don't
do you have,
wanna-
do you
I
have a
don't wanna-
description for it?
There's a
Like-
there's a tartness and a sweetness to sweet aroma. I don't.
Yeah, I
really
know. What you're, I
understand
know what
how
you're
to-
saying. I
Yeah.
do the same thing. Yeah.
It's
tart.
really nice.
It's got a tart aroma.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to describe that.
So like I said, I have two, and I forgot which was which. One of them like is plainly oxidized, like blatantly. It tastes like cardboard.
I
Like,
really
which-
think
which
that's the
one is
stone.
that?
That's
Is
the
that- is
stone.
that- is that the
Stone
stone
one,
version?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is not oxidized already. Yours is good.
Thank you.
It's got a little tart note to it.
Yeah. Then in that case,
I still have a couple bottles left,
which is perfect.
yeah.
yeah. So in that
That's
case,
the flavor
the
profile.
stone to me has a lot more cocoa on it.
Yes.
And has more body. I think John, yours is drier.
It finished really, really low.
Yeah, it
finished lower than I
obviously
wanted.
finished lower. It doesn't have the same roastiness, but it has more of like a pop and like the citrus character.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
like a fruit bite that comes
Yeah.
through there.
Yeah, I
that,
agree.
Is there like what,
I enjoyed it a lot more.
So with the vertical epics, they provided recipes every year for those beers, right?
They did, and they actually have them posted on their website.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you can
So
still see it.
is it something? What is the mash temperature on this? Do you remember?
I don't.
From 3 years ago.
Huh?
You didn't bring your notes? Good job.
It's the mash temp.
I did it in a parking lot
You did.
from
Yeah,
a van down by the river.
Everyone
And I remember
did it in the
you had
parking
a
lot.
pretty gnarly boil over too.
I had a
remember
couple of
that.
I had a couple of boilovers. Yeah.
Every brew day for me, I'm
You
just
were-
like, how long is it gonna be? It's 30 degrees. All
Yeah,
right, I'm gonna
I-
go sit down for a while.
I was brewing on the Wix Sapco
Sapco.
Brew Tragic. They do the thing because I was helping Andy in the initial days at Black Market before they expanded, and I was brewing some stuff there for him. And he goes, "You got to be careful because as soon as you add hops, boil over."
Oxygen, oxygen being released from the hops.
Yeah.
Oxygen?
When I add
it's
hops, I
hopsogen.
sprinkle and I watch and sprinkle and watch and sprinkle and watch, and then I use the shit. that I never. Yep, firm cap.
Firm cap.
Firm cap.
Yeah, see, I will
Propylene glycol. That's antifreeze in your beer.
Oh,
No, it's
blar,
silicone.
blar,
Silicone.
blar.
It's not,
I
it's not
know.
propylene
I know.
glycol.
Beer food.
That's funny. You don't look anything like her.
Yeah, he does.
No, but that firm cap works quite well. I'm a
it's
fan.
the best. See, personally,
yeah.
I'll throw hops in and I'll just spray the shit down with a hose.
Well, you work in a brewery.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Use the squirt gun thing.
That's what happens. That's what happens.
Whatever.
You're just a grunt at the brewery. Shut
Yeah,
up.
well.
Whatever, brewery boy.
Oh,
Damn, big
That's what you called yourself.
shots fired across the bow.
John
Hey,
just
hey, I
took
can
him-
talk shit about me. You can't talk shit about me.
I'm
Okay,
just- I'm
it's
just-
a
that
line.
down.
That's what you
I
said.
think we
It's a
can.
line. Yeah, well, but not that though.
Okay.
That's different.
I'm sorry, man. You know I respect
So
you.
I like your beer better than the Stones at this
thank
point.
you.
Yeah.
yeah, at this
Shots
point.
fired, Mitch
Yeah,
Steele.
because this was like what 2011 that you brewed this.
I think that's a
Yeah.
little too.
Yeah, so I mean this is
It's
the
two or
Stone.
th-
The
the
Stone,
Stone
is,
is
like 2
older.
years. Yeah. So
But I mean,
that's something gonna be a
it's right when
factor.
you first went to
5 years
Packing
old
House.
Yeah.
So it's like 3 years.
Because you
About
would
3
stop
years
by
ago.
too.
Yeah. Yeah, I was there. I have a picture with Mitch
The lesson
Steele.
is
Yes.
2 or 3 years is good. 5 years, too many years.
Not so good.
Yeah, exactly. That's
I've had,
that's
2
2 years too many.
In my experience, most of the time I've had beers over 5 years old, outside of some exceptions, like
Which we'll have on another show.
yeah, they really can tend to fall apart.
And
Yeah.
the 0909 was supposed to be aged for 3 years, right?
Yeah, it was 2012 was.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
It was supposed to be
9, 10, 11, 12, yeah.
Yeah,
I can math.
You can?
I can.
I was just checking
I'm a
because
mather.
you are an Orange County
I'm a
guy.
mathist.
I'm a math magician.
I'm a Matheson.
A matheist.
So
algebraic.
yeah, I have to say that I definitely of the two they're very different. I think I wouldn't say they were an exact clone of each other,
a
but it's hard to
tribute.
tell at this point.
It's a
it's
tribute.
hard to tell at this point.
This is not.
It would. I
The
think
greatest bear in the world.
This beer
it
volunteers as tribute.
it really isn't a fair. It isn't a fair comparison because the Stone beer is older.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like that's become the de facto, like, in nowadays it's not the Tenacious D reference anymore. It's the Hunger Games. People be like,
Couldn't brew the greatest beer in the world. No, no.
I really like that scene in the movie. That's a really good. Yeah.
Whoa.
I haven't seen the Hunger Games. I haven't seen the Lego movie yet.
Oh, dude, you gotta see the Lego
Oh,
movie.
Christ.
You gotta see the Lego movie. It's great.
I got kids. I haven't seen the Lego movie. What can I say?
Wait, no, that's not an excuse. That's you have to see it.
I got
Lego
14
movie.
jobs. I'm almost Jamaican.
what the fuck?
You're making me thirsty. You got another beer?
Was that some kind of like weird racism that I missed out on?
Did you never watch
Welcome
the Wayans
to
Brothers?
Four Racists.
Did you never? did you never watch the Wayans Brothers comedy show?
No,
They had a skit where they were the Jamaicans and he only got 5 jobs. Oh he lazy man.
You know what the difference is? They're black. They can make those jokes.
I might be Irish. I might be like the Black Irish.
I know.
from
I
Minnesota.
don't think that's what Black Irish means. No, I think Black Irish means something.
Another beer.
What else has beers?
Oh God.
Oh, good
And fuck
beers.
Polish, right?
And weirder.
Mwah, that was beautiful.
That's awesome.
That was beautiful.
So the last bottle I have to open is was a club project.
Like
Indonesians. So
And
we
this
got
club is.
the Temecula Valley
Were you
Homebrewers.
clubbing Jamaicans?
We were not. No, it'd be clubbing baby seals. But that's enough.
That's a
green
lie.
dye.
Funny,
dude,
I was seeing this video where those same seals that everyone's like, save the seals, have been raping penguins.
I'm just saying. Save the penguins.
Right? So, like, all these baby seals that everyone's like, oh, don't club the poor baby seals, grow up and rape penguins. Seals are fucked up, yo.
That's nature. That's exactly. That's what nature is. Get over
Nature,
it.
you're scary.
Get over it.
like a
In
penguin.
nature, there is penguin raping. That's just what happens.
Oh, wow.
So, what about your beer,
So-
Righty?
We are hitting all of like the buttons on
Yeah,
the
we
show.
really are.
Rape culture, racism.
Yeah, seriously.
So-
What's next?
This is a
Gluten intolerance.
I can't breathe.
Vegan.
Anaphylactic
Is beer
shock.
vegan?
Not a lot of gluten intolerant people would listen to our show. 'Cause
No.
beer is not a great hobby for that crowd.
It really
So,
isn't.
so anyway, this is a club project that I got a hold of a port wine barrel from Robert Renzoni Winery in Temecula. So
Robert Renzoni.
my idea was
Sorry.
was to do
He
a.
doesn't pronounce it that way.
When will it stop?
More racism.
You sound like fresh Chef Boyardee over there.
Mario, Luigi.
It's so good.
Nappa, nappa.
So anyway, my idea was to put a Russian Imperial Stout in this barrel.
Damn Russians.
So I gathered 7 or 8 brewers, and we all brewed, and the end result was a 16.3% monster.
So how old is this beer?
So wait a second.
We did this about 6 years ago, and it spent 18 months in the barrel.
Yeah, so this is a
It's a long
it's a fiery meatball here.
Yeah, I haven't had this in about a year because, well, I was
Can we
cataloging beers and I found several bottles, so it's like, oh, hey,
sweet.
I'll bring one of those to
As you should.
tantalize the boys with.
I found a bunch
The
of my old
boys.
homebrew bottles, and I was like, man, I haven't bottled in a long time.
Dude, I have one. No, I'm sorry, two batches of beer still in bottles. One of which was that sour beer, which was good, which is nice. And I have another one that was a like a dark saison that I soured and added cherries to. But the problem is I added too much. I added too much cherries, and so it tastes like fucking sucrets, dude. It's like so bad. It's the worst beer ever, and I'm just like sitting on it, hoping that cherry
When's the
will
last-
like fall off a little bit.
When's the last time anyone here had secrets?
I don't know.
I'm a fisherman's friend guy.
1987.
All along, this beer's had kind of like a touch of barrel Brett to it.
Yeah.
God,
So, but we'll see where it's progressed to.
Tim.
the aroma is amazing on this.
Oh, so that was a good god.
Yeah, it was a good.
Good
I
God.
thought it was just like, oh,
it's
for
like
fuck's
it's-
sake.
Yeah.
Not
Smelled it like
well known.
good god, yo.
I like the stouts.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, a lot of cherry. Yeah, cherry raisin. for
Guys,
sure.
I want you to know the consensus on IRC is that we are more hilarious than a disaster right now.
Disaster.
That'll work.
I could see Righty's laugh spiking on the,
I really
the
need
wave.
to buy a
The
6
Titanic's
channel.
going down.
Wow.
Wow. Funnier.
Poor John's over here working the slack.
Yeah, he's like messing with the faders.
He's Skrillex over here.
It's where we make
Without the stupid haircut.
Wiki. So anyway, what does everybody think?
That'd be awesome if we just had like dubstep drops. Be like, now time to try the beer. And we're just like, wow, I'm getting raisins. Stone fruit.
I don't know.
That's got some good body too.
I don't think the bread has actually progressed any worse than I've ever.
There's a
than it's-
thing. Yeah, there's a thing on it. It's a cherry kind of ish thing.
The port wine was a vintage port.
You know, it reminds me.
What does that mean?
Yeah,
Old
that's,
Portuguese
I think all.
The barrel that we used was 75 years old.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
it was an old barrel that they had continued to use, and I talked Robert out of it, and he said, "Sure, here, just give me a couple bottles," and I did.
Oh.
It tastes to
All
me
right.
like halfway between like an imperial stout and like a cubated Tommy. You know what I mean? Because it has that definite barrel. It definitely has some kind of bug
It's
in
wild,
there
yeah.
for sure.
Right.
Yeah, it definitely has some effect of that, but it isn't. It seems more happy accident to me. You know what I mean?
And I'm thinking that is probably true.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
so
it's- from what I remember, I didn't care for this much at Packing House when you opened it, whenever that was, and don't take that in a bad
Well,
way.
no, that was 2 years ago. Obviously,
Yeah.
giving by my my
well,
stone
no,
clone.
you brought some of this to the brew day that we had, didn't you?
No. This
No?
was something else.
Okay.
I forgot what it was. It was.
Oh
God.
no, it was the New Brew Thursday at Beechwood.
No.
I brought a
no,
growler of it.
I remember
brought a
that.
growler of
I
it
think
then,
that
too.
was the first time that I had it. I think.
Whatever.
Whatever.
From
But there was a
whatever-
lot of stuff
when I
going on that
remember,
night.
This definitely has it's got a chocolate cherry thing going on, and it's not necessarily that offensive now to me. Before it was like, oh yeah, this is old, but no, I'm just being honest.
No, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, it seems to have coalesced very well.
Nobody wants to hear, "Hey, your beer's great." Oh my god, that beer sucks ass.
I'm more interested just in in a port wine barrel. I don't think I've ever had a port wine barrel aged beer before.
It seems to be a lot of people, a lot of breweries are doing it now.
Really?
It's
Like
weird.
who?
Dude, I'm not.
I've seen a couple.
I am not. Yeah, I'm not one to normally pimp out my employer. But Sucre, our last anniversary, we had a port.
That was
we had a port barrel version, which was by far my favorite out
Okay.
of all of them. It was so fucking good. Okay, so this was like at midnight one night, and the cellarman had to taste all these barrels just to make sure they're all good, just in case before. And it was one of those. And it was one of those things that the cellarman was like, "Dude, I need help. Like, I can't really, do this. Can you help me?" And like 3 of us were there. We're like, "Yes, we can." And it
If
was
we must.
amazing.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not usually one to
I love
be
port
effusive. I'm not usually one to be effusive about my employer, but fuck me, this beer was so good.
Nice.
Like
Sucre in general was a real home run beer.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was my favorite of the
most of them I thought were
anniversary.
really great.
Sucre and I'm trying to think the other one that's Cure. I really was into.
Yeah.
Quack, Cure.
Bois. Well, the
cunt beer.
Yeah, Bois had a few really nice variations, but like the Sucre, especially like I said, especially that port was just killer. And that's what this reminds me of. There's a see. That's the thing is, I'm surprised. Lily pop.
It was a freshly racked barrel too, so they had just racked off the last use that they were going to use. This was going to go out to the boneyard.
Okay.
So it was an end-use barrel that they were done with.
Okay, well, knowing that now, it does tell a lot about this beer.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And also, like, I remember, because I've had this beer a couple of times from you, and I remember it having actually more of a Brett character than I'm getting right now.
It's tapered off and tamed itself down a lot.
Exactly.
It's actually
I think
mellowed.
when I had it, I didn't like that it had so much of that.
Okay.
And so that's why I think now it still has that cherry fruit, I guess, Brett note, but it's good, and it works well with like the chocolatiness. It's not too roasty.
Yeah,
it's
pretty mild in the nose. Do you remember
good.
like what the recipe, of this was, or
Get this. Every brewer had a different recipe.
Okay.
And we blended everything into everybody did their primary
So
fermentation.
it was essentially just like brew an imperial stout and we're putting them all together. Okay.
And we'll blend it, and this is what came.
How big was the barrel? Was it 50?
It was a 52-gallon barrel.
Okay, 52.
That's pretty fun.
So the weird thing was, and it was something that I didn't think about when we were racking the barrel off with everybody's beer, was the barrel itself stratified.
Okay. Yeah. Of course, it's going to happen to an extent.
Every portion of the barrel had a different flavor.
Oh.
So what we should have done is we should have kind of aerated, mixed the barrel,
roused it somehow.
We should have roused it, and then it would have been, or we should have blended it
to homogenize it somewhat.
Right.
so everybody got the same beer.
Yeah.
So I got a keg from the because I committed 15 gallons. I got a barrel from the top, one from the middle, and one from the bottom. And they're
all
vastly
pretty different.
different.
I
Of
can
course.
imagine.
Basically, I took all 3 and blended them into 3 different kegs, and this is what I got.
the way to go. Yeah. Which
I have a pump that would have been perfect for that. It's More Beer sells it for racking wine.
Yeah.
And
It's like a diaphragm pump, right?
Yeah, it's not. It's a
It's a nice centrifugal pump.
yes, it's a diaphragm pump, and that would have been cool just to like put one side, like just put both sides both of them in the bung,
Just jam
and
them in there.
Let it circulate for 5 minutes or so, and then do your thing.
That would have been the ideal thing.
But
But either way, I mean, I
dig it,
I'm
man.
enjoying the shit
That
out of
was
it.
fun.
This is really great.
are we gonna open one more beer?
We're gonna finish with traditional German Eisbock.
We talked about this on a previous episode about Eisbock and
We
what
were
it
like,
was.
are there any of them available? I don't know. And I was wandering around the toast wine and happened across a big shelf full of Aventinus Eisbock from Schneider.
I've heard Dr. Bill talk about this beer. It's a really good example of a traditional Eisbock. I think modern day Eisbock people think of is Tactical Nuclear Penguin.
I don't really. Eisbock in the like
It's an
It's
Eisbock.
like
in that
a distilled beer.
It's frozen.
Their
That's the only
Eisbock
thing.
like Smirnoff Ice is a malt beverage. Right? I don't,
Well, I don't want to hate on BrewDog.
no,
but-
it's
I'll
just
hate on
it's not
BrewDog.
a beer.
And
It's,
speaking of which, James Watt and Patrick Rue are the first. Well,
Master-
Patrick Rue is the first
Yeah.
Master Cicerone
Mastic brew.
in California, I think.
In Southern California.
Southern
Yeah,
California.
because
San Francisco.
what's her name? Oh,
San
God.
Francisco.
What's her name?
Where? Who? Where? Why?
San Francisco.
oh, that woman from San Francisco, the one.
The Master Cicerone. Who I think she's like the only woman who's a Master Cicerone.
And she's like 24 or something.
No, she's older than that. I'm completely blanking.
Well, I'm just
I
saying.
feel really bad, but she's Northern California.
And Patrick Rue. They just got their Master Cicerone. So
And yeah, good on you guys.
Hey, now.
Nicole
Nicole
Ernie.
Ernie?
Nicole Ernie. That's who I was thinking.
never.
If you've met her before, I met her very briefly when I took my test. But she's yeah, like you talk about like you talk about
was she like
wealth
a
of beer
proctor
knowledge.
for the testing?
Yes, yeah, she was.
Okay.
And she's also like 2 feet tall.
So she's a midget.
No, they don't like that word.
Since we're offending people,
Short people
but
got
also, like-
no reason to live.
Oh my god!
Those are actual lyrics from like a #1 hit song.
By Randy Newman.
Yeah, the Randy Newman song from like the 70s was seriously just like, they got tiny shoes on their itty bitty feet. Short people got no reason to live. And America was like, yes, we're in. We agree
This is
with this.
but you got to do the real Randy Newman. But short people got no reason.
The best part is this is the same guy who wrote the song "I Love L.A."
Yeah, and all of the Toy Story.
He loves L.A. but hates short people.
Wow.
Yeah, I heard he wrote "I Love L.A." like completely sarcastically though. Like the
Well,
whole
you
thing
know
is-
what? I would hope so.
It wasn't a New York type of.
I mean,
type
like
of
it sounds
situation.
like on its surface, if you listen to it, it's like, all right, you know, he's just like, yeah, Santa Monica Boulevard, we love it, you know, but that's good. But yeah,
Well played, sir.
I've heard from Angelinos that like the places he calls out are like fucking really shitty places.
Oh, nice.
And he's just like, yeah, we love it.
Well, that's because they're Angelinos. They didn't get called.
Theater.
That's because they're haters. They didn't get called out in the song. So it's like, well, he hates us, so we hate that song.
Okay,
I
so
just like do you got a friend in me.
Matt, we got it. You can do a Randy Newman impression.
Red-headed lady.
Stop him. He's on a roll.
No, so
Short People was huge, by the way, when it came out.
no pun
When
intended.
did that come out?
Like
I don't know.
late
I
70s, I think.
Yeah.
I was not the age I am now.
Really?
Yeah. Just saying, it was a long time ago.
Wow.
older?
So how about this beer, you guys?
So
it's like
okay,
an
can we
amber.
talk about Eisbock at all? Like, what exactly is it?
Okay, an ice bock is when you
bock.
take a bock and you ice it.
It's 9 to 14% alcohol.
Yeah. It,
25 to 35
Eisbach
IBU.
versus Eisenbach? Is there...
I don't think ice.
No.
I think
You're thinking
I
of
don't,
Weizenbach?
I don't know if.
Maybe I
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Weizenbach.
Weizenbach.
is
I think you're
what
thinking of
thinking
Heisenberg.
No, an ice bock is like you literally take
Hindenburg.
your beer and you freeze it and you remove the ice because the ice is just water and the alcohol doesn't freeze, and so you're strengthening your beer. It's ice distillation.
It's like a port wine, but for beer.
No, that's not really true.
Is it? It's
no.
fortified.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's frozen.
It's frozen.
Fortified.
Which is different than fortifying. Fortifying is adding alcohol, whereas with this is
You're
you're
just
freezing it to
Oh,
making
gotcha,
it
gotcha.
stronger.
Okay.
You're creating the alcohol by distilling,
Yeah.
by
Right.
freezing it.
And in modern
Freezes them.
times, really, that process has been kind of bastardized in the ABV race, where they're like, well, if we keep freezing this beer and pulling more alcohol out, we can
Yeah.
get it 80% alcohol by volume.
Sure, exactly.
And, you know,
The
that's-
world's strongest beer. It's like, you're just distilling it. I mean,
That's exactly what it is. It's
Well,
like,
But
'cause I-
to get a 5-gallon batch, you've got to probably do a 400 barrel.
well, true, but the same with getting a 5-gallon batch of Everclear or
Right,
whatever.
yeah.
You're just distilling.
But you're
it.
not,
Exactly.
you're not distilling. Because distilling is like
No,
taking
it's-
Freeze distillation is what it's called.
Yeah.
yeah,
all right.
it's illegal in the United States.
But
It
I'm
is.
just saying, like you still you have remnants of that beer left,
Right.
Where you're not just bringing off pure alcohol. You know what I
Well,
mean?
but then again, I mean, you could say the same thing about like spirits, like whiskey or something like that. Because I mean, a wheat vodka is going to taste different from a potato vodka. If you only distill it once. If you keep distilling it, then yeah. Then
so
you're
why
gonna
was there
have
so
that-
much hate when I said tactical nuclear penguin is an ice bock, and you're like, wow, blah, blah, blah.
Because it's not an ice bock. That's
It's
a stout.
stout.
It's a stout that was frozen
Yeah.
over and over and over. The beer that we're drinking
so
right now
that
is
was
much
a,
closer.
that was a stout that was ice bocked,
distilled.
I guess you could
Yeah,
say.
There is much of a
which is
beer-
ice bock apostrophe D.
Yeah.
They're as much of a beer as a bottle of scotch is what its base malt was before they distilled it.
See, I don't know if that's quite a good comparison, but
Yeah.
like, but this, I think, I don't know if I would call like Tactical Nuclear Penguin or something like that beer anymore because it's gone through a process that the vast majority of beers aren't going to go through. And I think that's significant.
It's more closer to the line of like a spirit or a sherry.
Yeah, exactly. It's this weird in between kind
Well,
of
in process
zone,
and also in flavor, it's much more of a spirit than it is.
Okay,
Oh,
so
absolutely.
why is this a beer?
It
Then?
has spirit because this
not
hasn't gone to the
distilled?
same extremes. Like it has to an extent.
Because like with
all they've done is-
TNP, like it was like done 3
It's
or
like
4 times.
Yeah, exactly. And you're going up to like 30% alcohol or something like that. This is what's the ABV
I think
on
TNP
this?
was 27% or.
Icebox
and-
traditional.
Am I wrong with that?
9 to 14 is the range of icebox.
Yeah, for
Okay.
good old fashioned ice bock, which this is an ABV of
Also, the same
looking
technique used
12%.
for
This is
like
12.
Bud Ice, right?
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, believe like all the
They
whatever
lager
ice
below
beers.
freezing.
Yeah, they
Remove ice.
Right.
That's why those are a whopping 7% alcohol.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, as far
yeah,
as-
I know.
as
So
far as-
basically,
as
they're
far as-
almost back to
pretty
where they
high, though.
started off with before they added the 3
That's
times
exactly
the
right.
3-to-1 water
Yeah,
ratio.
exactly.
It's a double.
Before they're de-aerated, sterilized water.
Yeah, I mean, as far as the macro beers go, you see ice. It's like a delineator for higher alcohol beer. It's
Yeah.
like,
Right.
oh, this is ice beer because everything was on ice. Like
But-
because
Cold as ice.
Holy hell, this beer, though.
Ooh,
yeah,
this beer.
I
holy
like
is,
this.
uh,
I like this a lot.
This is sitting
It's-
on in a mountain range somewhere, and you've got a cigar and
Dude,
a
this
rocking
smells
chair.
great.
And
You brought
fucking-
cigars?
It
Fuck
tastes,
yeah, man.
It tastes
This is
like
one of those beers that's
dude. It tastes
Sherry-ish.
like plum leather.
mm,
That's
Yeah.
what it tastes like.
so good.
Like it has that really like winter fruit kind of, but it's like a brighter winter fruit. You know what I mean? So it's got that like fig date kind of thing. Only it's got
So
like
sweet.
like some more pop to it. You know?
big
Yep.
fig and dates on the aroma. Like
Yeah.
that winter fruit
It's
thing.
delicious.
It's this. I would have this as like an air freshener beer any day of the week.
Yeah,
It's
like-
it smells so good.
Yeah, but then
And easily available. There was like hundreds of them at the
Dude,
coast.
this is easily
Was
a
it like
holiday beer,
$4?
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
I almost want to have this beer mulled.
just
You know what I mean?
doubt, right?
Like, could you imagine like hot with some like a cinnamon stick in
No
it? Like,
shit.
right?
just put this beer
Make
on
an
and be
ice cream
like,
out of it.
Christmas time is here.
Hey, I haven't seen that yet, so stop it. You're ruining it for me.
What, Charlie Brown's Christmas?
I haven't seen it this year yet.
Oh, I thought you meant you haven't seen it yet. I was like, you're like
Like ever?
70 years too late.
Well, I am like 70 years old. But
Well,
No, I haven't seen it this
you
year.
don't look a day over 65.
Well, thank you.
So, just to let you know. So, this is awesome. This is a delicious beer.
Yeah, this is
I
great.
enjoyed this
Buy
a
more
lot.
of it.
I never
Thanks,
knew.
Germany.
I've never had this beer before.
Yeah, it's dude. Schneider is one of those like, and
Open fermenters, like
well, you know what?
Traditional.
Especially in Southern California, I think most German breweries tend to be pretty unsung because we're so like locally conscious and hop forward and all this other stuff. But like Schneider, especially, like they have so many fucking great beers that
Edelweiss.
seem to be getting well, and even their like specialty stuff. Like they had one that was like it was like a Weissbock that was brewed with like some kind of like fancy hops. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I remember having it and it was delicious.
yeah.
So
Yeah, they're even trying to do newer stuff. They're
yeah,
doing,
they're actually modernizing. Which
yeah,
is
they
that
did a-
Nelson?
Yeah, they did a
that's
Nelson
what it
hops.
was. It was that Nelson beer.
Nelson
which
beer,
was
really?
so good.
and with a Belgian yeast.
Yeah.
What is this beer you speak of?
It was hop something
I will look it up.
Nelson.
It was a thing
Blah, blah, blah.
with the
Yeah,
stuff.
that's
and,
interesting.
It didn't age well because Nelson.
Is this brewery owned by any like conglomerate?
No, they've been. I think they're from the late
No,
1800s.
it's safe to get. It's safe to drink.
Hey! Woo!
They're one of the original Bavarian breweries. I think they opened in like 1870.
Are they that old? Yeah, it was Tap X.
Tap
Tap X Mainlisten
TAPX.
Wow.
Tap TAP space X.
Okay.
That's what it was. And yeah, super good. So yeah, seek out Schneider because they're awesome.
Wow. Thanks for that.
All good
you're
Weiss
wel-
beers.
You're welcome.
Me and my hollow table.
If you want to find us online, you can find us on Instagram. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Twitter. Go to fourbrewers.com.
You can find
for
us
that.
on Untapped.
You can find us on Untapped.
Yeah, we check into beers every week when I'm editing the show.
Also, you can go to Patreon and support us because we love you and we want you to love us with money.
Yeah, you can go to patreon.com/4brewers, or you can go to the website. You can make a one-time donation. Patreon, if you don't know, is kind of like it's kind of like Kickstarter, except you're giving us a donation
It's
per
month to month.
episode.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Imagine like a recurring donation to your favorite public radio station.
Sure.
Only it's us.
and you can donate whatever you want per episode.
50 cents, $1,
If
$5.
you'd like, if it would make
penny.
us more like your favorite public radio station, we can get some like atonal jazz flute in the background.
More like a run-a-thon at a
Here is 35 minutes of a mountainous.
All beers considered.
If you're gonna get Zamfir,
Welcome
I'm
to All
out.
Beers Considered.
Whoa! Why hasn't that been a podcast
Sam
yet?
Fear.
All beers considered.
Yeah, no shit.
Zamfir, the master of the pan flute.
Go online and find all that information. And also, if you want to get in touch with us directly, you can find brewers.com. And as always, brew the shit out of it.
Club of Baby Seal.
Schneider Weiss.
Schneider!
Schneider.
Rob Schneider!
Jason,
He's a gigolo! Schneider!
hold on.
You almost clicked undo record.
Oh,
I'd have to go and get more of that. Yeah, I know. Except I got more of the...
Oh, good.
okay. Type
Damn straight, bring that
type
up.
righty.
What is your...
RYTI. Enter.
God.
Thanks.
Just under an hour.
It's the live thing's on, but
So, son,
you don't have to talk to the mic.
Huh?
You don't have to talk to the mic.
Hurry up.
so my son dislocated his shoulder at his first high school party.
Bought that door.
Like I can do any
Just
damn-
now or
I
like
don't have a
last
clue.
night?
I get a text from my ex. Your son dislocated his shoulder at his first at the party last night. Blah blah blah.
I like how
Going to
it's-
urgent care.
Yours, because he
That's
did
right, my
something
son.
dumb.
Not our son, your son. What's that? Good
Oh, I don't have a clue what happened because I asked him last night, how was the party? And I got nothing. Apparently, he dislocated his shoulder. Good.
You know what's funny is I still got a 3-gallon keg with about 2 gallons in it.
chilled that Christmas. I forgot to look in the cellar for something.
Oh well, I brought the 3 anchors. It brings up a good topic that we can turn into.
There you go.
Yeah, Ken Schmidt's a good. Like I said, I didn't bring homebrew, but Ken
When I
Schmidt's a
think
noted
Christmas,
homebrewer.
I think
Was it Lulu's Hawaiian Barbecue?
Oh yeah, it's a
don't
chain.
know.
There's a million of those.
Not in Temecula.
I don't know. Yeah, Temecula's got fancier places.
No, yeah, I work at one, but we don't have Hawaiian barbecue. I'm
There's
just
a Hawaiian
saying.
barbecue in Elsinore.
Yeah.
Come on.
Nobody goes to Elsinore. It's like going to Hammett.
I have to go to Elsinore.
It's like going to
Of
Hammett.
course.
John. Yeah, Snarf, Schneider Weiss.
people have a thing for me. I have new T-shirts coming too, with the new brewery. I have
Now we're even, but
now I have T-shirts but I will also have T-shirts for Matt because I'm placing a new order.
All the peeps.
But I got to get there to I know what Matt's size is.
I think he's actually like